Is Brad here?
Brad is here. He is the unnameable.
I'm here.
Holy shit!
Guys.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Hey, dude.
Awesome. So let me quickly fill you in. So we're running. Yes.
I did listen to the last session while I was driving to and from Thanksgiving. So I've heard all that.
Okay. So you ate turkey and listened to that and didn't fall asleep at the wheel. That is amazing.
I do what I can.
Good man.
So the only thing you need to know about ground rules is this is a PG-13 with a couple more F-bombs game. So think of like an Indiana Jones movie where there are terrible things being done by terrible people. We just might not explicitly show, Okay. We don't have to tell you how bad certain things are up close and personal. You know what I mean? We get vague hand-waving on gruesome details and sex.
Okay.
If there are any sex scenes, we will tastefully pan towards the fireplace. Okay. And resume the scene with people buttoning up and having toast the next morning. Maybe someone's wearing somebody else's pajama tops or bottoms. Like you know how they do that in the 50s sex comedies when they couldn't really show anything, but they're doing. You guys never saw those. Never mind.
I've seen them.
There were
I think
tasteful Hitchcockian ways of demonstrating.
Yeah, even though they're in separate twin beds next to each other.
Exactly. Because that's what I would do, especially at a secret rendezvous when I'm cheating on my wife. I would get a bedroom with two separate beds. Exactly. And blackmailing people and murdering them and all this horrible stuff, and they just vaguely hand-wave it. So, in our last episode, the Druid got an invitation from a pretty swank member of the Rangers to come to the big tent. Hi!
Hi!
Hello.
Y'all have fun?
she's about to hang out.
She's like, hi, nerds.
Hey.
I'm a nerd too, don't worry.
Yeah.
Nice to see y'all.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi.
She's
So,
going to watch Handel's Messiah.
ooh.
Messiah. Yeah, so I'm being. She wants me to be clear that she's not religious.
That's okay. That music is awesome.
She enjoys. Yeah. And I'm not a terrible boyfriend, but I'm here.
Okay. So, you were invited to the big tent.
Right.
And I imagine, for the sake of role-playing and not splitting the party, you're able to say that, you have an entourage, right, of your people, Anna, and you've already hired a man-at-arms in, you guys have really silver names.
Tristan.
Tristan, the man-at-arms.
Right.
And then Preston is some really smart kid that you've picked up.
I can do the sound system.
Oh, yeah, you're the weird small child.
You're the AV.
I'm the AV kid.
This is pre-AV. AV these days is like a big copper horn, maybe, that you attach to something. I don't know.
Minor illusion and chill.
Measures the acoustics of the room with like
a
marble or something.
With marble and hay bales or something. Yeah, it's bad. Not a lot of AV geeks back then. And then Maggie can either go along overtly or probably sneak your way with the group in and around these big stumbling giant human.
Yeah, I'm pretty tiny, and I really want to hear her play. So,
Yeah, what else is going on around here? We're at a camp with.
I mean, if someone catches you, I would probably tell them you were with my group. So
Probably. You've been seen. You're a known associate. You've played instruments with her.
yeah, you were pretty good on
That's right.
I don't remember what instrument you were playing last time. I'm
Flute.
sorry.
Flute?
The flute. Right.
Pretty nice flute. That was a nice flute. So it's a semi-central tent. It is the biggest tent you've ever seen. It's like an almost circus type tent. There are other tents around it. There's lots of guards. As you get to the center of the encampment, you see more and more adventurer Church of Paylor type folks and other clerics, Paylor and St. Cuthbert and things like that. And you never realized how many different symbols and how many different aspects there were of the different types of the Church of, Paylor and Cuthbert. So they're all they're all good, but there are lawful, chaotic, and neutral good sort of factions of all of them. It depends on how they're interpreting things, right? You even see, for the first time, Orly, you see a small retinue of gnome, Carl Glittergold, clerics, and paladins. It's really weird to see a militant gnome their helmets are sort of this like a spike, and their favorite weapon is this really weird hooked hammer. It's got two heads to it. It's like a hook at one end and a hammer at the other. Yeah, that's sort of weird. But there are Carl Glittergold clerics and even a couple paladins, definitely. It's very strange seeing, armored up, but still very quiet gnomes hang out with everybody. So in the big tent, there is a grand table with Loka, the chaste, at one end, and oh my gosh, what did I name? Not Helga.
Agatha of the Cudgel.
Agatha of the Cudgel, sorry, at the other. And there's all kinds of prominent dwarves and elves at this table. And you guys show up, and there are some jugglers juggling. You guys get through security. You're not allowed to take, you guys culturally know, and you're sort of told, you guys don't take anything larger than a dagger into the tent. Okay? You can't. Unless you're directly in service under arms of Loka or Agatha as a guest. You can't take anything. A dagger is really sort of considered sort of a utensil, because when you're eating and cutting meat and things, that's what you use, is your personal dagger.
Can I bring my stick in, otherwise known as a quarterstaff, that I carry looking more like a walking stick?
Well, they look at you and go, yeah, okay, what's she going to do with that?
Right, I can't, I'm not going to call it.
It's like, you're a gnome.
Did you
It's like,
bang our kneecaps?
yeah, it's like, okay. And by the way, there are plenty of followers of the cudgel that are wearing cudgels, carrying clubs. So, and in the same thing with St. Cuthbert, dealing non-lethal damage with a club is seen as a kinder, gentler way of settling things, rather than using a sword or shooting somebody with an arrow. Coercion by force, literally knocking the sense into people, is sort of an underlying theme with St. Cuthbert. Like, some people just, need to be humbled with a beating, sort of feeling to it, because what St. Cuthbert's
That
all
does
about.
sound like St. Cuthbert.
The neutral good aspect of, that sort of thing. The chaotic good aspect is that you're using a cudgel and you're not killing, drawing blood, you're bruising people up a little bit, sending them on their way, that sort of thing. So there is sort of an area in the middle in front of the big table. It's raised up a little bit. There's food everywhere. There's a couple different cultures of humans. Humans are weird. There's lots of different kinds of gnomes and elves and things, but humans have a lot more variety. So there's a lady with a tea jug on her head, and she's walking around with another person, and they're dispensing tea to everybody. There's dwarves there, so there's a mix of Eastern and Western and Southern human food, and Dwarven food, and there's some Elven stuff. It's really pretty swank. And the jugglers are pretty good, human jugglers, and the only people it's not impressing would be the gnomes and the halflings. It's like, it's juggling, but I don't know. I don't know. Would you call? I mean, you might smile and say that's very nice if someone drew you a picture with a crayon. Like, oh, that's nice, crayon. But it's not. Boy, humans seem big and clumsy to you guys. Big and clumsy and loud. Even these very dexterous, acrobatic jugglers that are humans are still not really that acrobatic and impressive to the halflings and the gnomes. They're, big, loud, sloppy humans. You could, any regular gnome could probably juggle better than some of the best human jugglers. Probably, right? With one hand. Give me a perception check, Anna, to see if Caladaan is there. Are we going to roll this in here? Or are we going to do this?
I pulled up the Google roll dice. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. I rolled a 14.
Okay. And your wisdom is what?
12.
Okay. So is that still a plus 1 or 12?
Oh, no, sorry. I meant I rolled a base 11, and I have 3 in perception.
Okay.
So 14 total.
14. Yep. So, standing in the back, way over to one side, with a group of elves, you see Caladaan with another bunch of sort of like his people there, and they're sitting around their section there on some low camp chairs, and he seems to be talking and drinking with the other rangers. So you see him there. And let's just go around. What are we going to do? Let's start with Anna.
Okay. I am... So, did we go directly from the owlbear fight here, or has it been like a day, like an evening?
You guys have gotten to go back and clean up and then go to the tent in the evening.
Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to double check. I guess I would approach Caliban? How do I say his name again?
Caladaan.
Caladaan. Sorry. I will approach Caladan's group, and try to catch his eye as I approach so that he can make introductions.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the totally magical, shimmering queen of the elves, and 1 being my sister-in-law, who's the most miserable person on the face of the earth, how startlingly beautiful is your character? There's charisma, which is when you open your mouth and you're able to do something, but just, visually.
Very beautiful, I guess. I sort of hold picture of Eva Green when I was trying to think about what I wanted my character to look like. So, like,
Okay.
very beautiful.
So very, very beautiful. Maybe a little bit intimidating or dangerous looking, but very, very beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Beautiful and a little scary.
Little scary. It's Eva Green to a T. So the conversation and the laughing uncomfortably stops in the group, and Caladaan looks up. Here we go. Please get a. There you go. Oh, look, she has clothes on. That's good. Don't get the other picture of Eva Green.
Yeah.
It ain't
She's
that kind of party.
Very body positive, Eva Green. Don't worry about it. Very confident woman. So, the conversation uncomfortably stops. Someone eventually elbows Caladaan. He looks at you. He looks a little bit tipsy. He's just got a couple of good new scars that were magically healed. That look good. He definitely has some new magically healed scars right at his neck. It definitely looks like 1, 2, 3, those finger-wide talons of the owlbear.
Yeah.
They're magically healed, but they're faint pink scars where his neck meets his shoulder. He's wearing a tunic. And he raises his cap and goes, "You made it!"
Indeed. I am here. And then I sort of, like, gesture or, like, try to communicate that he should make introductions.
One of the high elf female rangers stands up and says, "You have to excuse Caladaan. He just feels very, very happy to be alive this evening."
Uh-huh.
And she seems almost tipsy, and you're like going, "What do high elves drink that would get them? It must be something really strange, right?" She introduces you to a bunch of rangers that you don't really need to know the names of.
Uh-huh.
And she uses it among elves, you being one of them. You know that there's, for example, Eskimos have like 100 words for snow. Okay? Elves have at least 100 words for different kinds of relationships.
Okay.
With different levels of intimacy and, idioms and things like that. So she refers to him with a elven idiom that means someone who I occasionally sleep with because we're both on deployment in the army.
Okay.
Now, it's only one elven word. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But that's the connotation.
Yeah.
What a really useful word. Like, that's great.
Nice.
Yes. So, and your reaction to be, he also uses the word, describing him, as the term we would directly translate as wanderer, which is, some elves get just so tired because the guy he doesn't die naturally, right? He doesn't really even age, right? They sort of go through different ages and things. So the phase of his life that he's in, she's inferring, is that he left behind responsibilities and took this commission out of sheer wanderlust and boredom.
Okay.
That's the term she uses. Again, it's a very semi-simple elven single word, but that's what she calls him. My wanderer or something like that. But the connotation in Elvish is, maybe he had some hectic, high-powered position or something like that, and he left responsibility to adventure.
Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta write some of this down.
It's okay.
What's her name again?
Let's give her a name. Oh, that's a mad cat. What the hell is that?
Wow.
Hey, we got a new kitten.
Yeah.
What's your kitten's name?
The new one's Minerva, and the old one's Felix.
They don't like
Getting
it.
used to each other.
They don't like it. It's just the standard
Not yet.
17. Standard 17 hisses, and then they're fine. But
That's a good elf name.
Amadrin is the elven female ranger's name.
Amadrin, okay.
And the term she uses is wanderer in High Elven.
Uh-huh.
And that's a term that they use where among High Elves they don't age or die unless they get disease or famine or someone shoots them with an arrow. So some of them get so bored that they get wanderlust and they become adventurers. And that's what she's calling Caladaan. And we're going to use the term bunk buddy, a very polite term, what she also calls him, someone I have been intimate with because we have both been deployed out in the field in the army. So it's a friends with benefits arrangement when you're out fighting a war together.
Okay.
Which she used it totally casually. She wasn't like dropping it on you to try to make you embarrass you or anything like that. It's just that it's a bunch of soldiers basically drinking together, and you might have assumed that anyway.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still working on the character, thinking about how she might respond.
It's okay. It's a role-playing game. That's the fun part. Take a breath. It's okay. You can't do it wrong.
So she'll say, I don't know. Can we come back to me?
Okay. That's fine. So while that conversation is going on, what are you doing, Orly? There's all these big, weird, there's food and big, weird people around. There are some gnomes over in the corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid them. Part of my backstory is that I convinced my order that I needed to experience the wider world, but that was actually a lie. So I don't want to have to play that role with actual clerics or paladins of Glittergold. So I will be avoiding those, but not it's not going to look like I'm avoiding them. I'm just going to be more interested in other things instead of, I don't want to make it, okay, they might notice. I'm not going to, Orly is not sophisticated enough to be that advanced in sneaking to make it not obvious that she's avoiding them.
Okay.
But I'll be going after food. I'll be listening to the music. I'll be looking down my nose at the jugglers.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's sort of like humans looking at a hill giant juggle. They're like, maybe a hill giant could juggle, but you'd be like, yeah, it's still going to be slow and clumsy looking. So a bard, a man who was obviously was blinded, has a slash right across his eyes, white hair, stands up, he's long robes, he has a helper, a younger guy with him, and everyone starts shouting, "Rounders!" Rounders is a term that also means rumors, and basically what this is the bard and the jesters or whatever do some sketches of things that have happened that week or that day. Imagine Bard Saturday Night Live, where they're commenting on the things happening the day. So rumors in camp and things. And so they have people in drag, obvious men with beards with lipstick and wigs on, playing the damsels of people getting married, and they're making fun of people and stuff like that. Okay. All in good humor. And then it comes to the Ballad of the Owlbear. So they have one of the guys in the troop, a human guy dressed with these pretty bad, stuck-on, pointy ears of an elf, routing a bunch of other people dressed poorly as goblins. and there's a bad stage work and like a whatever passes for paper mache and cardboard scenery, and they do a whole play out of the sieging of the tower, and someone plays each one of you guys is out there fairly badly.
How accurate? Well, so what about what are they portraying us as? Do they accurately portray us as the heroes of this whole affair?
Oh yeah, you're driving out the goblins and things like that, and they show the goblin's head exploding with a bunch of confetti and things like that as a big cheer goes up and everything. And it's all characterized and supposed to be satirical and things. So the height of it is when the bard very seriously talks about the fearsome owl bear coming from its den and all that, and they have a barrel, they have bad stage work, and this toddler dressed as an owl bear comes out and scrunches up his face. He goes, "Rawr." His little cute toddler comes out dressed like an owl bear.
What with this shit?
And everyone laughs at it, and there's a big fight, and they play act it out. Everyone's rolling.
Look at me run like a coward.
I would just, point of information. What actually happened is the owl bear, was quite a bit more intimidating. I just want to make sure everyone realizes, and I'm going to just go on sort of a pedantic criticism of making sure that everyone understands the seriousness of this battle and how hard we fought.
Killed me.
The owl bear almost kill him. They use paper streamers instead of blood and confetti instead of brains and blood, but they basically convey the tower thing. So then Agatha pounds the table, laughing with the cudgel, and she says, "Caladaan, rise and come forward. We cannot let these good deeds go unanswered." And he begrudgingly gets up, and the guys shove him up there, and he's a little bit tipsy. You want to make a perception check when you smell the cups come past, Anna?
Sure. 13 plus 3, so 16.
16. Do you have any skills like survival or cooking, or come from a background where you would know about drinks or food or history, maybe?
Yes, yes. Hold on, let me find it on my sheet. So, and from the autumn court of May, and I'm really obsessed with banqueting. Like, it's my favorite thing to do. All meals are pretty much a banquet.
So what he's drinking is mulled wormwood.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it's been heated with an iron, and with humans, it would be a fairly powerful, incredibly bitter but mild hallucinogen on humans. Of course, elves grow up eating mushrooms and stuff like that. Just imagine taking all these weird, fairly powerful mushrooms and mixing them with wine and very bitter wormwood, and then heating them up with an iron, sticking an iron in it. So that's apparently what it takes to get an elf slightly tipsy. Alcohol doesn't really do a lot.
Okay.
So, like, as it goes by.
So he's pretty on his way to being toasted.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Regular old humans probably shouldn't try to drink that.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't try to drink that. So he staggers up there, and some servants come forward, and there is a owl bear cape brought up that's been lined with this quilted red fabric, and it has the claws as the clasp, and they come up and they drape it over Caladaan, and one claw over the other, and then there's a toggle where one of the claws has had a silver knob put on the end as the toggle, and they slip it. One claw goes over the other. There's a ring that comes through, and then the claw goes through the ring and holds the cape on. And it's this big, beautiful owlbear cape thing. Like, pretty cool. There's a round of applause.
Yay!
And he says, I don't mean to cast any aspersions on his play, but I believe someone else in this room observed this and has written a much better song. And he sort of staggers and leans and looks at you, and trying to be subtle, tries to put his finger beside his nose.
Oh no.
And like almost entirely misses his nose because he's a bit messed up.
Can I immediately take out my harp to mask just how incredibly drunk he is on the stage right now and draw the attention to me?
And they're like, song, 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 song. And one of the rangers clears off the hookah and the drinking jugs, and they get a little camp table thing, and offer you a hand to step up onto the table and sing the song.
Okay, I will do it.
All right, don't fuck it up, Anna.
Keep the dress down.
They'll say that to me right now.
No pressure, though.
16 plus 5, so 21.
21. Okay.
That went well. Good job.
Make a dexterity check.
Acrobatics or just dexterity?
Well, you're dodging people throwing coins at you.
Oh, shit.
Go for acrobatics.
Huh? Do you want to do a backflip and do a superhero landing?
People on mushrooms are throwing coins at you.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
How effective really would that be?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Dexterity makes sense. I wasn't sure where the line between acrobatics and dexterity were in this situation.
You have a beautiful shawl, and I guess you could, drop the leer, catch between your legs, open up the shawl, catch the coins, and, try not to get pummeled by coinage. Especially the Dwarven square coins. They're edges. Bad.
I am going to roll, gosh, how do I want to do this? Roll acrobatics to sort of continually sort of do a fun little dodgy spin while singing and playing the lyre to avoid the larger chunks of metal hurling at me, and try to let it bounce off my voluminous hair and dress otherwise.
Yeah, no one's throwing trade bars at you. Like the little the pretzel rods of gold that the trade bars. They're not throwing those yet, but it was a very, very good song.
So I rolled a 16 plus 4, so 20.
20. Awesome. Good song. Hey, everyone goes up. And finally here, someone bashes the table, and does anyone here speak Dwarven in the group?
I do.
Who does?
That's Tristan. I poke this button.
Tristan. So Tristan, you hear a dwarf bang on the table and say, we've had the rounders and the jesters, and you must hold court. I demand satisfaction. And he says a Dwarven word, wasaka.
I don't know if I know that word.
You have a history. You don't know that word in Dwarven. Do you have a history check or a cultural thing?
I got a history of 9, so that didn't work out.
that is a ritualized form of dueling amongst dwarves that involves standing in front of each other and slapping each other until one guy falls down.
Well, God, that could take like 3 or 4 days. Holy shit.
Well, it's considered a much more polite way of resolving things. So a chant goes up, everyone's a little bit lit, and they start shouting this Wasaka, shouting the guys' names, and eventually Agatha relents and goes, all right, enough music. Justice must be done. She goes, Master Dwarf, who do you have a grudge with? And the dwarf names the other dwarf who's sitting grumpily across the tent. And you know, you talk about some debt that was owed, and he swears he paid him back, and he miscounted the coins. The other guy says, can't be. You know, I counted them, and and they start insulting each other about their math skills. And eventually, Agatha pounds the table, and she goes, well, soccer it is then.
I like to explain to everybody what that is so that it doesn't catch them off guard.
So each dwarf comes forward, and they roll the sleeves up on their shirt, and they hold their hands up, and so a servant takes their rings off. They don't have any rings in their hands, you know, they show that they're in their hands. And then they fluff their beards, they show they're not wearing anything, and there's no beads in their beards or anything like that. And so the two dwarves stand opposite each other, you know, who brings the grudge? And I bring the grudge, and then so the person that was challenged gets to do the first slap. So let's have some gestation here. Orly, please roll. Give me a Constitution check. Just roll a d20 for me. We'll do that. It's going to be one of the dwarves' Constitution checks.
I rolled a 5.
All right, she's in the
5.
Avery experimentation.
Okay, so the dwarf that was challenged slaps the other guy. He rolls a 5, so it's 1 level of exhaustion, non-lethal combat on the challenger. Looks a little bit woozy. He just stands there and takes it. The guy puts his hand right next to his face and whines all the way back. It hits him as hard as he can. And the whole crowd goes, hey! He staggers a little bit, but he doesn't fall down, you know. And you politely notice, Orly, that the people are taking bets all the way around the camp, the camp on this, and people are betting on this thing. And they go back and forth. Another roll, please, for the other guy gets a slap back.
Anybody?
Anybody, just throw them up there. Anybody.
Let me try one.
Oh, yeah.
See if I got it right.
You go ahead. I rolled terribly. These dwarves are going to be passed out on the ground if I keep rolling.
Well, one of them has to. Well, somebody has to win.
There you go. Brad's dwarf is winning.
I didn't see it pop up.
It's on the
popping up?
Avery.
I didn't see it.
It's in the Avery channel.
Oh,
In Avery experimentation.
Oh, there we go. All right. So eventually, the challenger does win, knocks the other dwarf silly, and he takes out his purse and hands the guy the 4 gold that the argument was over, and everyone shakes their head like, "Wow, dwarves and grudges, man! This was over 5 gold. The guy thought he was shorted on a deal, so it was, pretty." They hold grudges. Dwarves hold grudges. Everyone sort of loves that. Let's roll perception checks and tell me who gets above an 18.
I rolled an 18.
Orly with the natural 20 for a total of 22.
I got 18.
You have some. You can explain it to us later, Orly. But you, at some point, have experience with the undead. And the way the wind blow and things got a little bit colder, and you literally, because you're connected to nature, feel the food on the tables and on people's plates starting to decompose unnaturally. And the air gets a little bit cold, and you definitely sense the approaching of undead.
Do I have a directional? Is there a direction on that?
Well, you got a 20. So as you turn in the direction you think it's coming from, a figure in a black robe, unarmed, holding a femur with a white flag on it, walks into the tent with two guards next to him. And one of the rangers says, "He came with a flag of parlay." And everyone's looking at this black-cloaked figure with this gray hand with sort of slightly sharpened fingernails to it. And this sort of mocking flag of parlay made with a human femur in a flag. Make a perception check, Orly. On the flag.
18.
It is a human femur bone, but the white flag is a very, very nice handkerchief with a very obvious monogram on it of an A and R on a B. Do you have a history check for me, Orly?
Natural 1. I am freaked out about an undead being in the big tent. That was not expected. I've got a total of 4 on that.
Preston, what about you? Do you know?
Preston. What? I don't think I... Am I rolling for her history check?
Well, this would be a good chance to shout out.
To see the handkerchief and try to figure out who that is.
Oh, sure.
Could be a Witch King. Who knows?
Armand Bethamal Beethausen.
What's a Beethausen?
He's a necromancer. Fairly fit.
Oh, okay. Well, that trumps all the other questions I had.
And he throws back his hood, and he's got white hair pulled back, sort of gaunt-looking guy.
I thought that was just the handkerchief. There's also a guy that's that dude as well here.
Yes, he took one of his monogrammed handkerchiefs and used it as a flag of parlay. Came into the camp.
Nice handkerchief.
You've never heard... Loca the Chase doesn't talk a lot, okay? And you've never heard make speeches or say thank you to a servant maybe and things like that. All this whole night you see him in the tent, right? But you definitely hear him hiss the name Beethausen when he sees this guy's face. And Agatha looks at him like, don't get up. Look, I got this. Says, what is your message? And Beethausen picks up tries to pick up like a chicken leg or something off the buffet, and as he picks it up, it just like wastes and rots away in his hand. He goes, sorry to interrupt your merrymaking, but my lord and master has instructed me to come here and try to work things out before things become more uncomfortable for us both. Is it possible we could talk in private? And there's a general roar of laughter at the table from Agatha and the people around here. And she says, we have no privy council. We don't even have a privy. And there's a big laughter around the tent. Says, say what you will. I'll have no rumors. Say it in the open. We have not come sneaking up on you. You know why we're here. You know where we are going. And you know what we are going to do. So what is your message? Would you dissuade us? And Beethoven purses his lips and sighs and says, yes. An immovable object and an unstoppable force. And he sort of bats his hands together. Very well, I should tell my master that you do not acquiesce. And Agatha screws her face up and goes, you can just say no. Can you remember that? Now come out. And she grits her teeth and points with her cudgel. And Beethoven bows and slowly walks out of the tent.
Can I sneak after him? I want to see what he, like, did he ride on a horse? Because how would the horse stay alive? Is it an undead horse? Is it a carriage? I want to sneak out of the tent after him.
You walk out of the tent, and it's easy to follow him. There's a big swath of people staring at this pretty famous necromancer walking through camp, being escorted. And outside of camp, you see a flickering blue and orange light, and there is the skeleton of a horse lit all over with blue and yellow fire, and some kind of saddle. You know how a saddle would survive. And he gets on this literal nightmare and rides it leaps a little bit and is running, but running on the air, basically, and flies off. And you're like, oh, Buck, I guess I just saw that. And there's this, horrible burn spot on the ground where the nightmare was. And you smell sulfur and such. It's a pretty,
All right. I just take careful note to, I'm going to record this in a journal later. I think Orly is going to be a journaler. Yeah.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah, I was actually going to see if
I was pricing one out. I was like, no.
Yeah, I was wondering if Preston had any spare paper that I could draw a picture of the skeleton on or something.
No, I don't have any paper. That shit's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. Vellum. Right on vellum. So, first you see your first grassland owlbear one day, and your first goblin, and then that very evening you see your very first necromancer and a nightmare.
I have parchment in my in my equipment. I bought some parchment, so I'm going to do some sketching when I get back.
Great. Please talk amongst yourselves and tell me what else your reaction at the party. They start to bring around more food and throw the stuff that was spoiling out. And I need to take just a 3-minute break here. Talk to Jennifer. She just got home. I'm going to be right back.
Hi, Jennifer.
Mick says hi. Jennifer says hi back.
Hi.
Hello.
Vandamore Aaron. Ooh, an Asimir cleric. Cool, it was another cleric. I'm looking at Brad's character. He just put it in that, right?
So, I'm probably in the tent somewhere. I came in thinking I might be able to, cure wounds on, Caladaan or whatever. And, they're like, no, we got this. And now I'm just trying to get my food and drink on.
Excellent. So, where do you come from?
So I have come down from the north. My father was a preacher. His father was a preacher. Something about all that doesn't really sit right with me. So I saw these pilgrims, and I saw them heading into trouble. And despite my close connection with the gods, I think they mess up sometimes, and I don't mind telling people that, but they take it easier when I'm, making them feel better for all the trouble they've gotten in the service of their gods.
Mm-hmm. Well, watch out. Don't get on anybody's bad side.
How do you get this information?
Yeah, my main thing right now is I just want to, I'm a battlefield medic.
Ah.
I just want to make sure people don't get hurt unnecessarily, but I will also, hurt outright evil things. But like this guy who's just here, I could go talk to him. I think he's probably more scared of me than I am of him.
I am back. Let's see. Somebody rolled me a dice for Agatha's rousing speech after the lieutenant messenger of the evil overlord left.
A D20?
There you go. So that's a 22.
Oh no,
Right?
sorry. I was asking, was it a D20 that
Yes.
you wanted me to?
Yes.
Sorry. I rolled an 8 for her.
What's this 15 I see up here?
I rolled that one. I just.
Okay, we're gonna keep that one.
All right.
Okay.
So that's a 20. That's like a 22. So Agatha Cox, Loka the Chaste, nods along, and she talks about how, this is why we're going to win. There'll be no privy councils, no secrets. Everyone knows what we're doing and where we're going and why. There's going to be no negotiating with with evil. You saw for yourself how corrupted and messed up, they are, and why they have to be wiped out. And it was a very open, positive, affirming thing. There's been no change of policy. They're not weakening or anything like that. But she does say that things are only going to get harder from here on out, because now we're finally close enough that they're going to actually start acting into the Sturges are only in the beginning. So the Sturges and stuff are happening every other night or so. There's attacks around the fringes of the camp. More torches are put up, more guards. Still, it's harder to rest, and the animals have to be watched a lot more closely, and they have to, figure out some shelters and things for the animals against the Sturges. So it is a logistical burden that's starting to happen now constantly. Whereas before you didn't have that. You had little to no resistance. Now at night, that's started to happen. Okay, so she's saying this. You're in the tent, and a rain of arrows comes down on the tent.
I can get behind my shield.
Table.
Put my shield over my head.
Okay. Is anyone's character's background, are they inherently unlucky? Like cursed or anything like that, or nobody?
I don't even know if that's a thing you can do.
Huh?
You're a hobbit, you're lucky. So 16 or 17 people are struck by arrows in the tent. Does anyone want to take a survival check, and when they see the arrows, identify them?
Sure.
Black shears.
I will assist you.
I'm too busy hiding.
It's a very pointy arrow, Early. It's a very pointy arrow.
18.
Wait, this end's not pointy at all. It's got feathers on it.
It's actually, people are just throwing ballpoint pens at us. It's totally safe. No. Preston, you're there, and one goes through the tea lady's jug. One goes through the tea lady's shoulder. She collapses down. People try to help her, and you definitely see that these match the goblin arrows that are being shot at you earlier that day.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I've got an eye for that. Am I at all concerned that, like, we let the bad guy walk into the group? Like, does this mean that we can't really defeat that guy? Were we just like...
Well, he came under a flag of parlay.
Yeah. And we're respecting that with the ultimate evil?
Yes, we are. You can make it an intelligence make an intelligence check.
I'm just wondering if he's like completely outclasses us because of the pretense of what he just did.
Well, he just came as an envoy and wanted to talk and negotiate, and Agatha said, "We don't negotiate with guys like you. Get the hell out of here."
Okay.
I was very open about it in front of everybody. So he left, and hostilities, I guess, have begun. So you can expect random goblin nighttime arrow fire now on top of the surges.
How do you do on ability checks? I've forgotten the command.
I think you just type exclamation mark
check. Exclamation check,
space,
and
whatever
then
you're going to do.
survival.
Okay. So it's very rare. So on a 1 or a 2, you get hit by an arrow. Yeah. So everyone needs to roll good dexterity and
Just a dex check or a saving throw?
saving throw.
All right, so I got a 7, but it's a natural 1, so I lost.
Oh yeah, yeah. You get hit with a D4 damage poopy goblin arrow.
All right, I got 4
Sorry,
points.
How do we do save checks?
It's another stat on your character sheet. Do you have anything loaded in Discord to connect to your character sheet?
No, I that was asking how to do that.
So,
earlier.
yeah, sorry.
Well, I think we're set up in D&D Beyond.
Okay, sorry. I've been using like just a bunch of different apps.
No, that's fine.
I didn't realize.
Fine.
No, you can use whatever you want. I've just
So,
this one. I got to D&D Beyond and it was easy, so I just keep using it for everything.
you can literally roll a die on your table, Anna. It's fine.
And you just add your dex modifier to it.
Well, but if saving throw, if you might have extra for saving throw.
I
Yes.
think maybe your proficiency bonus as well, maybe? Yeah? Does that sound
Oh,
right?
I see.
If you're proficient in that for.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what your class is, so...
No, I am sorry. I didn't quite figure that out. Sometimes I forget how to do all the different throws and where
It's
to add
perfectly fine.
things. Sorry, I got a 17 plus 4, so
Yeah, a lot. You're fine.
yeah.
My leg!
Tyler, you get struck by an arrow, and the first thing you notice is that arrow smells really, really, really bad, Tristan.
Boo! Ah! My leg! I think it's been dipped in poop. This is terrible. Who's gonna suck this poop out of my open wound? Help!
Can you please make a Constitution saving throw, Tristan?
That's a 23. Ha ha ha.
So you don't get filth fever from the poo-dipped goblin arrow.
Yay. Now seriously, who's gonna suck this poo out of my open wound? Don't worry, I can hike my pant leg up real high.
You're in Cleric Central, so
They'll de-poop it.
they'll. Unfortunately, the first person that finds you is a dwarven cleric, and he takes out a rag and grabs the arrow and pulls the arrow through your leg.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So can you make a will? Can you make a will save right now?
Oh, was that wisdom or constitution?
Will. Either one. pick one.
11 plus 6.
Okay, you do not pass out or wet yourself, but it does hurt a lot.
Oh, good. I would like to bite myself and scream muffledly.
Yes, exactly. But then he does lay on hands and cure the wound, and then slaps you on the shoulder way too roughly.
I'll take it.
You'll be fine.
Thank you, sir. Need to learn that trick. The pain.
Can you make a dex check, please, Orly and Preston? Did I get trampled by the big panicking humans all around you?
I just sneak right in between them.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw, Preston.
No.
That's the problem with being elbow height to humans, is you get chucked right in the head with an elbow.
I don't like the goblins.
17.
Okay, you see lights, but you do not take a level of fatigue. But you have been thoroughly chucked with an elbow right in the back of the head.
Arrows coming at us, a necromancer just walked at us, and I'm getting trampled by humans. So I'm going to go run and find Hermes. my safety mule.
Well, they're big, clumsy, panicking humans, and there's arrows throwing around.
Yeah, and I'm getting out of here. I'm getting to Hermes, my mule. I'm not jamming with these people.
Right.
They
What
can take care
measures?
of it.
Once you know there are sturges about at night, what measures are you taking to protect your trusty steed Hermes?
Oh, well, you can come in the tent with me. It's a two-person tent. I'm a halfling, so that's like...
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, there's plenty of room in this tent.
All right. So okay. So you get the side eye, and people talk about sleeping with your mule and how much you really like that mule, and you just ignore the rumors in camp. It's fine. They just don't understand Hermes. Fine. There are sturges around. That's why.
So, are we traveling away from this point, or are we going to go down into that hatch?
I think we're going to check out that dungeon.
You guys want to do?
Okay.
Agatha
I
restores.
haven't had to sleep with my donkey yet, then. That's good.
Right. Agatha.
Mule, sorry, whatever.
Agatha restores calm, and they say, we'll just take more measures and dig in at night and such, and then put up the fences. And so they have these fences that are made of sticks bound together with wire, and they sort of makes like a temporary palisade type of stuff. And they start to put those around the tent, and so they can start digging in at night. But you're thoroughly aware that from here on out, the sturges are going to be there every night. You're going to have random things of goblins sneaking up and firing arrows into the camp. It's going to be harder to rest at night. During the daytime, they seem to melt away and not offer a lot of resistance. But at night, there's lots of harassment from the bad guys as you guys start moving forward. What do you guys want to do the rest of the night?
I think we need to sleep so we can go investigate that hatch tomorrow.
Yeah.
No.
I'm probably gonna talk to Caladaan and drink with the elves.
Mm-hmm. Caladaan, he's very affable and smiling and sitting there amongst all the other rangers. What would you like to talk about? That was a beautiful song. I mean, I've heard lots of songs. That was a beautiful song.
Sorry, I'm caught off guard by drunk Caladaan.
You want a drink? Have a
Sure.
drink.
Yes, I'll take a goblet.
Okay.
I'm gonna, thank him for saving our lives and, really talk him up and say, I wouldn't have a great song if I didn't have a great great deed to sing about.
You hear, ooh, drink. You get a drink? Peer pressure? Drink?
I'm going to take a ladylike sip, but I'm not going to chug it because I like to remain in control of my faculties. Thank you.
Okay. So, have you ever had clove oil?
No.
Have you ever had a topical anesthetic at the dentist office that makes your gums numb?
Yes.
Like the banana flavored stuff on the swab before they give you a shot?
Ugh, yeah.
Okay. Think of perfume, right? And cloves and some bitter, barky, mushroomy taste, and your whole mouth is numb.
Okay, well, gross.
It's not entirely unpleasant.
Hmm.
But imagine someone making a hot chocolate with Robitussin.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
going to
bark.
sort of purse my lips and try to, like, see if I can feel my face, right? Like, feel around with that. And then say, where did you get this? Or, I guess, try to say it. I don't know. If my mouth is numb, I probably can't talk very well.
You know that this is a fairly common drink because it helps you sleep. It supposedly helps heal wounds and it numbs pain. So it's a pretty common thing for. It's a sort of a culturally, it's sort of a athletes or soldiers drink among forest elves.
Gotcha. I'm going to ask Caladaan if this was the healing potion he used, and, I'm going to, like tease him about it. Like, is this, I think you handed me your healing potion, not wine or not a drink.
He goes, the healing potion is for the outside. And then this is for the inside. And he points at his head.
Oh. I'm gonna say, well, what is it that you need to numb in there? And then I'm gonna, like, tap his head. It's like the temple of his, side of his face.
He looks semi-serious for a time, and he says, "This is not the time for seriousness. This is time for drinkings, and then deep, dreamless sleep."
Okay.
And deep, dreamless sleep, by the way, is one word in Elven. It's a very specific type of...
Is it death?
No. There's meditation, right? Where, this is a healing, voluntarily induced semi-coma, which is like the second level of Elven meditation that you can go to. It's sort of a healing reboot sort of thing for meditation. It's a deeper kind. Like when something really bad happens.
Okay.
Because elves don't really sleep.
Right. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I'm gonna say I will hold you to that for after your very deep, dreamless sleep.
He goes, "This is Jason."
Okay. I'll laugh and agree. Yeah, I guess that's what I got.
The bard, Agatha's bard, the blind guy, is there near you, Preston, and he's there with his helper, who's a red-haired kid, and he says, Squire, are you in the party of the Bard? Were you with them at the Owl Bear Tower? Preston?
I was muted, sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah. So the sighted helper of the blind bard is dragging over the blind bard and asking you if you're one of the retinue that went to the Owl Bear Tower.
I was his squire, did he say? Is he, like, confusing me for somebody?
He's using squire because it's an honorary term like sir.
Okay, just like sir. Okay.
Because he doesn't quite know how to address you because you seem very childlike, but you're very grown up, and it's very confusing for human children. Because you're essentially the same size.
I've got like facial hair. I've got facial hair.
I know, it's very confusing for a 13-year-old boy to look at someone who has such a 1,000-yard stare and facial hair, and you're the same size. It's confusing for human children. So with the bard is Brad's character, who's being brought over by the bard.
Hello.
If you are, going to be going somewhere, I'd like to introduce, you need a cleric in your midst. You won't always be surrounded by them in this tent. This is, please introduce yourself, young cleric.
Hello.
Are you entrusting me with this cleric?
I am Vandemore Arenth. I was just, patching their tent, and they said that you might be able to use my other clerical skills. So, are you wounded right now? I could heal your wounds.
No, I don't think I'm wounded.
No.
I mean, maybe you could check or something. I guess, I don't. Well, you see, I got hit in the head, but it's fine. You don't need to look at that.
You sure? It looks like you got a knot there.
No, really.
Because I also have a little bit of medical ability,
I think that angry gentleman over there got hit in the shin, and these arrows, they smell like shit. So you should probably.
Who you calling a gangrene gentleman? Boo! I'm going out.
Well, I could check on whoever needs to be checked on. I'm here to mend wounds as well as damaged materials. I like to put back together broken things.
Oh, well, okay.
Actually, judging by what fell out of your pockets, it seems like you collect broken things. Maybe I could put some of them back together.
Oh no! Don't touch those. Those are very important. Yeah.
Okay, I can make them whole again.
I think they're arrowheads, so it's fine.
Okay, if you say so. But they tell me that you might be exploring somewhere interesting tomorrow. I can make light anywhere.
I need that.
We found the best part of the tower, the underside of it. That's where they keep the important stuff.
Where they keep the
I think we'll have some finds when we get down in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you need help seeing stuff, I got this light cantrip. I just, touch stuff, boom.
Hey, it's the price you're coming at. You're hired. Yeah. I mean, I think he just gave you to us, too, so I don't know.
I have a coin of my own. I'm just, I'm looking to follow this trail, see where it takes me.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Where are we all sleeping? Are you going?
I'm probably going to be guarding that wagon again.
I was just planning on crashing with the hordes by one of the fires again.
Are we still at the little ruins place or whatever?
That's outside of camp. You're at the main tent.
Okay,
This
we're at
guy.
the main camp.
So this particular cleric was looking for adventure, and you guys are the heroes of the Owlbear Tower, besides Caladaan. And so he's, looking to get some action. And most of the groups that are assigned tasks is 4 or 5 person groups that can do things. There's always some sort of healer cleric about, in the group usually. You can't go around chasing down goblins.
I could find a different group. They just, this guy said, and you know what they say about following the blind, it's usually a good idea, so I was going.
Well, come on.
All right,
what
meet up
does-
in the morning then?
Yes.
What does your character look like?
I put up let's see if I can put a picture in, my little avatar. So think like a tall, sort of Scandinavian looking fellow, about 6'5", blonde hair.
I'm looking right at him.
Medium armor, carries a spear and a crossbow. And I have my amulet, which is a special symbol.
Any particular god or goddess, or who?
Well, the amulet I carry is a caduceus.
Okay.
Because despite being raised in the church, I am more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Corporalist.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know that the gods exist, and I know that they have powers that I can use, but I believe in helping people because the gods don't always do that. But their followers don't always want to hear that, so I've got to be careful how I present my feelings about that subject.
Okay.
But no, I have not looked into the... I know a little bit about Cuthbert. I need to do a little bit more backstory for my father's deity.
All right. So, does everyone have a link to the Owlbear Rodeo page?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. What? Where?
It's in that general, I think, channel.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's up a ways.
Yes.
though.
You guys see the page yet? Yes, see it.
Yeah, I've got it up.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got this.
So, I'll have better maps of this later. I just wanted to give it a test drive tonight. So, obviously the bard is going to be the loot. Okay, see that? Loot.
Okay.
Yep.
The leaf is going to be Orly. Our human fighter is going to be the crossed swords.
Okay.
Then we need a symbol for Brad. Brad, you're a big Scandinavian guy. We'll give you an axe. You're the axe.
Okay. That kind of looks like it could do.
Okay, I mean, it's close. Close. And a halfling. I can't give you half of a symbol.
Can you make those symbols smaller?
Yeah.
That kind of looks like a... Oh, no, that's a skull thing. And why is it so big?
Who made it big?
I don't know. I made it big, but I don't know how I made it big.
You clicked on the arrows and dragged them.
Did I now?
Click on the token, click on the arrows, and then move them back towards the center.
It's gone now.
We're going to give, because he's a historian, we're going to make the historian a book. How about that? How about that?
Sounds good.
All right. And we are going to start at the hatch. Well, let's start at the tower, actually. Well, let's...
Would it be alright if I take a minute to make myself a sandwich?
Let's take 5 minutes for sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
And then you back here, and we'll start. Just take your figures and put them in the middle of the circle there. You are in the Owlbear Tower as it becomes known. Okay?
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.
I've put everybody's name on their token if it was missing.
BRB.
All right, this is going well. This is rocking out. Thanks, everybody. Zoop. a dead, as in not alive.
Yeah. Is it a child, human child, or
Don't shoot me. Yeah, ink.
Are you trying to San Pellegrino with fruit in it? Have you tried San Pellegrino? Green Cholula hot sauce and hard-boiled eggs. It's gonna be fun to be around.
Man.
Oh, you are?
yeah?
They're really good. They came out pretty good. I'm learning all my redneck skills. Put my headphones back on.
I am back.
I have returned.
That's right.
I have food, so my dog loves me.
Well, that dog loves you no matter what. Just loves you more.
I have hard-boiled eggs and hot sauce.
Ooh. That's nice.
Merda.
I was taking this moment to look back through the owlbear battle. And conservatively here, it looks like the 11th level paladin, Caladaan, the captain of the guard, took 12 rounds to kill the owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
That would not have done well with our couple of first level characters. I'm glad that we ran.
Running was definitely the right move there.
I was telling Lance that if I was smart, I would have picked up Perry and run with him. But I didn't. I'll do better next time.
Next time you pick up the wee baby Seamus and you run with him.
Got that right. Wait, am I still calling him Perry and his name is Preston? Uh-oh.
He is. You are. I knew. It was a slip. Previous lifetime.
Let's fix that right now. My bad.
I'm back, but the sandwich maker is not. She's still perfecting the craft.
The throwback.
Well, she's young. What's she gonna do? Look at all these chairs and benches in here.
Look at all these. Lots of stuff and things. So what did y'all see last time you were down here?
Owlbear in this cave, or in this room. Kind of trapped. After he was killed and taken out, we did a search of the area, found some dead body stuff, and then found a trap door in the floor that led to a lower level that hasn't been opened in quite some time. We decided we would come after a good night's rest and check it out.
Do you think you did a pretty good search of this level?
Wouldn't hurt for you to search again.
Okay. Let me try this. Just, not bad.
You find a mace.
Take a little look.
Hey, not bad at all, man. Good job. And you found a mace.
Just a normal mace.
Are you an armor?
Is it shiny or heavy?
It's a hardwood handle, and then the head of the mace is some sort of round, dark, perfectly round stone. And then somebody has worked a hole through the stone and then put the handle through it.
Nice.
So it's a very tribal-looking sort of thing. You're not really up. You make like a survival check maybe to see what make it is.
Sounds primitive. I got no idea.
It has very simple. It has white bone inlaid diamonds down the haft of it for grip, and it has a strange sort of rough leather, scaly maybe leather, for grip on the handle.
Nice. It sounds like it might be valuable to someone.
Yeah. Everybody's back except the sandwich maker.
I'm back.
She's
I'm
back.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted so that you didn't hear me crunching on my sandwich.
That's fine. That's why I like boiled eggs, because you can't hear them. You eat them. Smackety smack noise. Is everybody here? Raise your hand if you're not here. Meg, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Justin, Tristan, Anna, and Brad are all here?
In the house?
Yep.
Tyler?
Yep, I'm here.
The house. Okay, so you come back in the morning, and some guards were posted overnight, and there's sort of some like unwritten rules about adventuring and this whole thing. This is sort of like your place now. You have a little bit of a rep as a team. Like, you're the guys that took the owlbear. I mean, Caladaan killed the owlbear, okay? But you were like on the team, you know. You have basically dibs,
We're the backup dancers.
right? Well, no, I mean, you're on the same team here. No one's expecting you guys to kill owlbears, okay? Half the people didn't expect Caladaan to be able to kill the owlbear. You know, the mythical fae creatures, you know. So, to the north of you, all that cross-hatching, is the bear/owl style nest of the owlbear, where you guys dissected the pellets and found the treasure. And as you look around the room, there's a stove, a wood stove there. There's benches and racks and things. And so at some point, you think this was sort of the hearth room / kitchen area of the tower. Where the bear nest was, you see the post holes in the wall where the steps have rotted away to go up to the next level. When you look, there's a gap in the ceiling where the stairs used to be. But the post holes in the stonework still have like wood in them, you know, and so the stairs have given way. And in the crumbling, soft, rotted wood debris is where the owlbear scraped together a nest right there to the north. But there's still some shelves of stuff, little crockery things are on them, some broken chairs and benches and things. And then you would assume logically that it's some kind of root cellar type arrangement. To the west, you see the crude stairs, little steep stairs going down there, and the rotten, it's just covered with debris and crap, you know, and you uncovered the hatchway to that little steep staircase. So what would you guys like to do?
I've got a grappling hook if anybody wants to hang out while I see if I can climb up. Or are we just going straight down?
I want to go through that door.
I want to know what's above the tower and then go down.
As you guys look up, you hear pigeons and things, and you see beams, and there's really only about 25-30% left of the top 2 floors, and like God rays of sunlight are coming in where it used to be windows. And they're pretty much rotted out. The roof is rotted out. So there's like
it doesn't look like
downstairs it is then.
They're sort of platformy type stuff, but not like floors, and they all look pretty rotted away. Definitely the stairs you're looking at are completely rotted away. No one's a dwarf to comment on the stonework, so right.
I'm gonna look down this.
What race and from when? If it was older building, if it's an older building,
It's
building as well.
It's a classic Western human Monton Bailey watchtower.
I'm gonna look down this this kind of long stairwell, see if I can see anything down there. I pushed the button, and of course it didn't do anything. Let's try here. Oh my gosh. Looks fine. Nothing wrong down there. I got a 5.
Well, your character's over by the door where you came in.
Oh, well, that's probably why I got a 5.
So he's over by the stairwell.
Well, that's a completely different place. I don't even know what's going on over here. This whole situation is very strange.
Is there any grass inside this area?
Oh yeah, the floor is cobblestone, but because of this, there's pigeon poo and feathers and grass and stuff.
The donkey's fine in here, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to peg up my donkey.
Okay.
Just like stick him in the ground with a pitten or something. And then I grab my backpack and pull open the hatch, see if it makes the noise that I put on it. Gate open, or whatever it was.
Gate open in a weird voice, yeah, it says that.
I see down in there, is it like something we have to drop down, or is it just like a ladder?
You see some debris and rotten wooden steps.
Can I come over and just touch, like, the top part of the stairwell, like, right when you lift up the hatch, and do light? Which,
sure,
cast light in the 20-foot radius from the entrance?
Yeah, sure. You cast light, and a centipede about as big around as your arm gets startled and bolts into the darkness down the hallway away from you.
Wait, do I get an attack of as it's running away? No, I'm only kidding.
I leap back about 5 feet.
Could that thing cause, like, physical harm to me? It's that big, yeah?
It's a giant centipede, yeah.
Giant centipede.
So look at the length of your arm. It's about that size and big around.
Oh, no, get off. No.
But the light spooked it, and it ran away into the darkness down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna like jump back with my 10-foot pole. 10-foot pole.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to poke around, but there's probably nothing for me to poke at. Just anything that moves.
There's the remains of a very large rat that you think the centipede was eating.
Okay, so large vermin. That's what this place is.
Vermin.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to sort of shift around in this sort of general vicinity and see if there's anything interesting in the shelving rubble.
All right. Give me a search. You would use a perception check, I guess. You can do that.
Oof. I rolled a 6, so
Was that a natural 1 modified, or what was it?
no, 6 plus 3, so 9.
There are jars and things that used to have edible things in them, and they don't anymore. So, dried out jars of pickles, which look like a jar of licorice now, because they're all just black, shrunk up pickles, and they smell faintly of vinegar. Tainted, corrupted spices because the corks rotted away. Maybe the salt is good. Salt's probably still good, but it's all caked together in the barrel.
Any honey?
Nope. No.
Shit. Honey never goes bad.
True, it would just be one big crystal in a jar. You just have to melt it again or whatever. But no, nothing as exotic and expensive as honey. Anything really edible. Goblins aren't very picky.
Yeah.
Things have been broken into, so you figure that there were casks of what used to be salted fish and pork and beef, and the salt is there. There's bones and things. So you figure this was some kind of fairly well-provisioned middle upper class kitchen. It doesn't really strike you guys as a army kitchen, from the remains.
All right. Well,
This place is probably pretty old.
if I hold the end of that grappling hook, do you think you could descend that staircase?
Do I know how old this building is?
This building is about 200 years old.
Okay. Okay, not that old then.
So before the Witch Kings took over, it was built.
Right, before the... What? So, the ruling class had wizards as advisors, then the wizards took over, then a wizard became a necromancer / lich or something, and took over, then the whole kingdom down the drain.
And this predates all of that.
Right, this is from when it was a thriving, regular city-state.
Well, as we descend, I can cast light every 20 feet, but that cancels out the previous light, so we might want to light some torches.
Who's got the yellow square? What the hell is that?
I did that by mistake, and I can't seem to get rid of it.
Alright, I will get rid of it. You ready?
Yep.
Boop.
Yay! Alright, so I'll hold that grappling hook, and Bandamore, can you... Am I the only one who can't see in the dark?
Ah, humans.
Who said that?
I can't see in the dark either.
Well, you're a small child, so it's
Oh,
understandable.
I'm a grown-ass man. I have faith.
So, Tristan, what do you need me to do? Cast light on your sword or something?
That'll be fine. Or on my shield would probably be better.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Alright.
So, I'll put it on his shield. He's got light in a 20-foot radius from that.
Ruining everyone's dark vision.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in it.
Right, you asshole.
Alright, well, do you want me to hold that grapple hook and you go down, or you want to try the opposite? How are we feeling?
Yeah, let's lower you.
Oh, okay. Let's go. How rotten are the stairs?
Are you gonna step on it?
I'm gonna hold that grappling hook rope and go on down. I guess with a.
I also have just hempen rope that I can tie around something up here.
Okay.
Well, that's all right. Here, I'll roll a athletics check. Oh shit! Did I shut down Discord? I'm a terrible person. I have to get back into Discord. My apologies. Sorry about that. I somehow closed down Discord. My bad.
You're belaying. You're holding the rope for your weight, whatever. The stairs break away. The stairs were made by putting planks into stone niches on either side.
Uh-huh.
So they're really just a set of planks sort of fitted in there. And they're totally rotted away. And so there's the curled up, semi-mummified skeleton of some kind curled up under the stairs.
All right, well.
Feels like bad juju.
I'm going to nudge it with my foot while I'm holding my shield up so I can see what I'm doing. And I'll tell everybody, hey, there's a body down here under the stairs.
Is he just free dangling now?
Almost, yeah. He's got like his feet on the stone and, unless you want to like step into someone's rib cage, you're just sort of, you could like hop down and stand next to the body.
Yeah, here, I'll hold the rope and whoever's coming next can come on down. And I'll be just kind of giving it a good once over. Looks like I got a 19 perception.
Okay, roll initiative, please, Tristan. How do I roll a d20 here? I got to go shift, exclamation point,
Roll,
d20.
exclamation point, roll 20.
Okay, right out of a B horror movie, as you fondle the skull, a big centipede comes out of the skull's eye socket and tries to bite you. Vincent Price couldn't have, written it better. I got a 10. What did you get for initiative, Tristan?
Okay, so let's see. I guess to do that, I'm doing that one. No, that's not right. I got a 6. Plus 1, a 7.
A 7. All right, so the centipede goes first.
Help!
With the light spell cast, are we able to see the centipede attacking him?
It's all happening very quickly. He picks up, he's rifling through, got a skull. What's your armor class?
18.
18. So you're wearing, you have a chain mitten glove with your chainmail armor?
Yes.
And this centipede, which is about a foot long and about 2.5, 3 inches wide, comes out, tries to bite you, but it's biting chainmail. It's basically in your hand. What are you going to do?
I'm going to throw it against the wall, and I'm going to try to hit it with my longsword. So 23 to hit for 8 points of damage, if it hits.
All right. So you smash this semi-mummified dwarven skull against the wall, and you guys collectively squeal a little bit and step on and smush the centipede.
All right, so
you're looking at the headless. You're looking at the headless corpse of what you think was a dwarven wizard, because it was in some kind of robes and had pointy shoes. So you think it was a dwarven wizard. Interesting.
All right. Clearly a dwarven wizard with dying thoughts about centipedes. What do you guys think?
Any other objects that this wizard had on him, or is that it? He's just robes.
You're gonna search the body, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm gonna search it.
He's dead and not like a lich.
I'll just be at the ready.
Not yet. I feel like you should get up at some point.
I'm not touching another one of those things.
What am I rolling here? Sorry.
Perception or investigation?
Yeah, either one.
21.
Hey.
21.
He's got an odd coin purse, and a wand.
Don't point that thing at me.
Coin purse?
The coin purse seems to be made out of some exotic animal's scrotum.
No, Jesus.
And you would know because you've felt quite a few in your day. Exotic and normal.
No, that's a fascinating artifact. I'm going to take it.
Make a survival check to identify the scrotum that the coin purse is made out of.
A survival check.
It's a scroll of devouring.
Why did it? Oh no, it just rolled once. Never mind. 17.
It is a manticore scrotum coin purse.
Okay. Terrible. I will, I'll have some gloves that I put on. Grab the, because I've got like a proper adventuring suit on. Pull out some like dandy gloves and like basically just grab the scrotum bag and place it into my backpack and then ask it, does anybody know how to use this, and just dangle the wand around?
As an artificer,
I
wouldn't you know?
How to use it. What? Don't I? Yeah, I know how to use it. Never mind. What the hell?
I'm gonna say,
Does anybody else know how to use this? And I won't dangle it around like I don't know how to use it, I guess.
I mean, how do we know if we can use it?
I think your class could just use, like, magic items, right? Isn't that everybody now? Or, I don't even know if there is a specific...
I'm going to say, as a farmer who's a new to being a fighter, I do not know what it is.
Yeah, and I don't know how to.
A wand.
I mean, if it's a dowsing rod, I'm on board.
Yeah, I feel like it's wizard and rogue, maybe, but I don't know. I think maybe a bard can, because bards can cast spells. I don't know.
It seems like a very dwarfish wand. It's square in cross section, and at one it goes down to a point at one end. At the other end, it has a dodecahedron of iron with runes on it, and that's fixed with the wand. The wand seems to be made out of some kind of bone.
I can read Dwarven.
Good.
Do I want to? Is there a way I can check it?
Around, guys.
No, these are fine. What juju? What is? We're fine. This is fine.
He's holding up a scrotum coin purse.
She knows it's a scrotum. Does anybody else know it's a scrotum?
Well, it is obviously.
Oh, Jesus.
Covered. It's a manticore scrotum, so it's covered in very small spines that all point one direction.
Oh, is he hurting himself holding that?
No,
he feels very natural.
Scrotum away from the small child.
And
This is a priceless artifact.
And it's big enough to hold 2 ping pong balls.
Do I know what culture would have maybe made this scrotum? whatever that's in fashion?
Manticore.
Have I ever heard that culturally? Like,
actually, culturally, leatherworking scrotum.
I am a leather worker as well, so.
Well, it's culturally across all cultures. Scrotums are traditionally used as coin purses and to keep tobacco dry. They're just a great natural use.
Sitting on animals' nuts.
And they're considered, sort of totem-esque, power sort of thing. So.
Can I read the runes on the Dwarven runes?
But this one came from a manticore, you said?
A manticore, yeah. Manticore.
And so that's sort of a power.
So dangerous.
Yeah. It's like hey, guess where I got this.
I tell you what, if there's a powerful amount of money in this, when we open it up in a safe location, because I'm not going to open this up right here. I don't think that's wise. We're all in agreement there? But
yes.
Can we take it? Because I think we should take it, because it's
a curse. It's made to be open.
How do you know it doesn't contain cursed testicles?
What? Well, it's just traditionally. Look, I work in leather myself, so I do have some, expertise in it, and it's usually it can be used as a coin purse too. So
it's usually used to tobacco or coin.
It's not just what it looks like.
Yeah.
It is exactly
great.
what it looks like.
It's not great what it looks
coin
like.
purse.
Well, okay, yes, in that sense, it is that too. But
You're a child. How do you know about all these scrotums and testicles?
I'm not. I have a.
He's 111.
Look, I know you're doing that just to get a rise, and it's very. But I wish you wouldn't, because it's not necessary. All right. I just, it's not necessary. Now, anyway, it's a beautiful. How do I even? This has no dateable stuff. It's just a generic. Other than its material it's made out of, this is just a generic. Where I can't tell what it is, fashion wise.
Are you opening it?
I don't want to open it yet. No, I'm not going to do that.
It does.
I don't want to open it.
Does jingle like it has. It does jingle like it has coins in it.
It definitely has money in it. And look, I promise you, we can all go through the money. It's fine. This can be a little communist system between us. I'm okay with that, but I think we should keep it, right? And the wand, it's a wand.
No, if it's damaged, I can mend it.
They look okay to me.
I haven't.
The skeleton.
Does anyone have the ability to identify things?
I do, but I'm not going to do it because it uses up my spell slots, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I think I have to memorize it and use it and then wait a long rest.
At the very least, it was used to extend the dwarves' touch spells. At the very least, right? That's the minimum you use a wood. And
the wand.
Yeah, when you attune yourself to it, you can, it helps you throw spells, it extends your touch. Wands and staves do that. Okay. So Tristan, you're bravely walking down into the cellar part there. Let me get this drawn for you. So you see shelves and barrels, and it looks like a root cellar.
All right.
Start poking around the shelves and lifting up lids on the barrel.
Perception 14. I'm just going to use my shield to let some people look around and see what they see.
Make a perception check, Orly, as you go over to lift the barrel's lid off.
No.
I perceive all of the things.
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So you get to go first, and you see a bunch of rustling and scurrying as you go to lift for the lid.
Oh, no.
Looks like a swarm.
Swarmulate.
What are you going to do?
Like, it's in the barrel, it's...
There's a whole bunch of living things. There's a whole bunch of living things in the barrel. You go up and startle them, and you're about to take the lid off, but you rolled 20, so you're much faster naturally than them. You think it's a bunch of rats.
I'm going to just flip the lid off so that they can run out of the barrel.
All right.
I'm so sorry you were trapped in there.
You can converse with small animals.
I can.
And you get the sense that they are just a whole bunch of rats, and they are terrified, and you startle them, and you guys, for a couple of seconds, are ankle deep in rats as they scatter everywhere out of the pantry.
I'm so sorry. Head for the walls. Everybody stay still. Let's let the rats get to safety. They won't hurt you.
Can you guys
Help!
Is this place sanitary? No. Strangely enough, when the rats scatter, they all run underneath this rotting thing of shelves to the north and disappear.
Oh, well, I go look there next, obviously. But wait, was there anything in the barrel besides the rats?
You guess maybe there were potatoes in there at once because it smells like rotten potatoes, but only like the black skin, musty smell of, very old vegetable matter remains.
Oh, well, at least I met some new rats.
Yes. But you get to get the vibe of, run away! All the rats run away. Perception check? Orly?
I'm very distracted by the rats still, and I only got a 4.
Right. Tristan? You're right there.
All
There's
right.
a bunch of canned goods, and Orly's looking at the stuff on the lower shelf, and there's this wooden thing of shelving built on the wall there, and all the rats somehow ran underneath through all the crap, and they're all gone. There's no rats in the shelves.
All right, let's go up and have a look. Let's see if it allows me. Did it allow me to do it? I'm sorry, I'm way up at the top of the page, and it's just not.
Orally, make a dexterity check.
Oh my gosh, I got 2 4s in a row? What the hell?
17.
You tumble out of the way as Tristan brings the whole rotten bookcase thing down on himself.
Oh, goodness.
All these jars of rotten vegetables and dried up whatever that used to be foodstuffs drop all over you, Tristan. It's very stinky.
Oh gosh.
It doesn't really cause a lot of damage. You can please make a Constitution saving throw to not catch a jar in the head and take a level of exhaustion.
I got a 15.
Okay, so you're wearing a helmet.
I got the shield up.
You have the shield there, so all these rotten canned goods smash all over you and smash all over the floor, and you're like, oh my god. But Preston and Anna are like, wow. You look, and on the other side of this rotten, what used to be a secret door, is a hallway.
Ooh. I do love a good secret passageway.
The stonework looks smooth, and there is a runner rug running down the middle of the floor, and when you just smash it apart, there's a sort of this sparky sort of light, and who are the magic users in the party?
I would be one of them.
I am.
So anybody with Arcana, can you guys make some Arcana checks to identify the sort of lighting that's happening on the walls?
I got +2. Hold on.
18?
Those are magically treated fire beetle gland lights.
Ooh.
Okay, what other than this?
I got a little bit.
Is there anything else I need to know about them? Like they're very fragile, or?
Well, you take
I got a little bit more Arcana.
They're a very they were very fashionable with magic users to light their homes with, because they don't burn out and things like that. So but you need a fire beetle gland to make them. And then there's these beautiful red-yellow orbs, and basically they work like motion lights. And when you're near them, they light up, so you don't have to worry about.
How do you harvest a fire beetle gland? Is that difficult?
Well, fire beetle's a little bit nasty, and it's a survival check to harvest the gland correctly. Or you can bring the whole beetle to somebody in a city that knows what they're doing, and they can have wizards make magic items, and it's a very low level. It is a magic item. It's just a sort of very low level magic item.
So where are these things? Like,
you see the little bumps they put in the wall?
Okay, bumps. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
Look back at this. Okay, yeah. They're on the side of the wall.
There's like an oriental rug runner running down a smooth stone passway. You also do an Arcana check. Will also tell you that this is probably a wizard's lair, because there are no cobwebs. That some wizard has bothered to put a permanent prestidigitation on this sections of hallway so that they're clean.
They look clean, or they are?
They look clean.
But if we were to walk down them, we might encounter the cobwebs.
No, they don't. You don't see.
Oh no. It's being kept clean by a president. He's saying it's not an illusion, right? We're not going to run into shit.
Take that over gelatinous cube any day.
It's just clean. That's all.
Yeah, there's a definite line and a definite feeling of magic and a nice warm, welcoming glow in the hallway. and I guess the mundane secret door rotted away.
Does everything else like kind of match up though? Like this is the same structure. It doesn't look like it was added on later, right?
It does look like it was added on later. It does not look like the same craftsmanship. The root cellar looks very human with the support beams and stuff like that, and this hallway looks very dwarven.
Yeah, and if it's not old enough, I don't know if you want to deal with that, but if it's not old enough, I can't tell anything. It's got to be like old shit. That's all I can.
Well, the doors have been doing the same. The doors have been digging hallways the same way for a very long time.
Okay.
Classic dwarven architecture, very easy to recognize.
Well, who's going to step in there and check it out?
All right.
Well,
We'll move your token in there, and whoa, that's a long way to go.
Okay, then. So, hold on, guys. So, Anna, as you walk in, give me some perception checks, please.
sure. How many?
Give me one.
17 plus 3, unnatural 20.
A what?
Unnatural 20?
An unnatural 20. Okay. So, before Orly gets in there, Orly, in fact, bumps into you, the back of you, but she's so tiny it doesn't really... You manage to stop her. Okay? And there's a very simple pit trap.
Okay.
Boo.
Right there.
Okay.
Let me just draw that right there. So you notice that, like, there's the rug, and then there's, like, the edges there, and as you step, you notice that there's, over the years, the rug sagged. It's been a very long time, okay? And you look, and the edges are painted in a certain way, like a trick of the thing, and there's actually no floor there under the rug right there.
Okay. I will say there's a trap up ahead. I think we have to jump over it.
Yes, be careful. This was a wizard's lair, and it's an add-on, so...
That's the bravest bard in the world.
Yeah,
I love it when the bard goes first.
Trying to jump over it.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Perception. 13 plus 3, 16.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
You are standing on the edge and you're contemplating jumping, right?
Yeah.
And then you're looking at the finely crafted orbs and the really nicely crafted hallway, and you're like, something about this is too simple.
Okay. Is there anyone who can identify magic? Like, anyone have that spell?
I didn't prepare it today.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't plan ahead properly. I apologize. Next time.
The feeling you get, Anna, is that you are not a trained thief, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that pit trap seemed too easy to detect.
Smack the other side with that 10-foot pole there, Preston.
Yeah, Preston, go through your pole.
Sure.
Bring forth the 10-foot pole!
I'll bring the 10-foot pole forward. This is what it was made for, after all. Nothing breaks it. I'll poke down in there. Past the pit trap.
Okay, so You're going to hit the floor like here. See the red dot?
So let me switch back to that.
I don't see the red dot.
Yeah, I don't know how many feet that is away, but yeah.
Do you see the red dot?
Yeah, I see the red dot.
Like right here, other side of the pit.
Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong thing.
That's it.
I see the red
Punk.
dot, yeah.
Yes.
You tap the other side, and your 10-foot pole disappears from your hand.
No!
It makes a very magical whoop noise and disappears from your hand.
Okay.
All right. How many of us is it going to take to throw Preston past that place onto the other side?
I'm just going to sit there looking stunned while my empty hands, looking down at my hands like what, it was just there. I just had it.
This doesn't seem good.
So, about my idea about throwing Preston over the pit way down the hall. Who's on board with that? Nobody? Anybody?
Well, here's the problem. We don't know where that disappeared to. And if we throw Preston, he might die.
Oh, I was thinking more reuniting him with his pole. Could we throw a rock past that point where he touched and see if it bounces off the back wall?
On the other side of the gap.
How would you do that?
I don't know. Anything scuttling around over there?
No, it seems very, very clean. There's the warm, swirly sort of red-orange light from the beetle orbs. And there's a hand-knit rug that covers most of the hallway with smooth stone at the edges. Smooth stone hallway, classic Dwarven construction. You can do an Arcana check, Preston, to see what that felt like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing we're gonna probably want to touch one of these beetles or pull the
I
carpet.
can figure out if it's like part of a magic trap that I know, or...
Kristen, can you make a perception check, please?
Sure.
So a non-natural 20.
What did you get for a perception check, Tristan?
A 20, but not like a natural one, just a regular.
I got a 19.
Tristan, not Preston.
Oh, sorry.
Tristan gets a 19 for perception.
You hear a clacking noise back up the stairwell.
Oh, like the sound of something falling?
Yep.
Like a piece of wood falling?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to tell everybody what I've heard. I think it may be teleported outside if you go the wrong way. Who wants to go back and see if that's true? And Preston, you want your pole back?
Yeah, is it like hard to get back outside? We're not that far down in.
I'll boost you up.
No.
I mean, you got like a 10-foot hallway.
I'm definitely going to go back and go get my pole. So as soon as he says that, I'll just like start marching my way back up there.
Here,
So you march your way back up there. Your 10-foot pole is in the middle, and it's got a couple of chains on it, and the chains have a bunch of bells on them.
I wonder what that was for. Like, would that have wrapped somebody in that if they went through it?
Make it okay.
Gonna wrap that? Yeah, okay. Six. So nothing. Six.
It's
Nothing
pretty
great.
straightforward, Preston. The idea is you step in the wrong place, it teleports you drops you in the middle of the guard tower wrapped in bells.
Yeah, okay. So it was meant to function, though. It was meant to function like when the guard tower was whole, right?
You would imagine so.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about its current occupants still being here. Was my concern. But.
No, if the guard tower was still functioning, there'd be a bunch of guards always hanging out in the kitchen resting. And if someone dropped from the ceiling with bells on,
that would be a pretty
I just
clear
wanted to make sure it wasn't like a new installment into this tower that some wizard had installed and just lived in, but didn't like touch the outside, so it looked like it had cover or something. Yeah. No, it's just the old functions of the tower.
Now, most towers don't have hidden dwarven wizard lairs in them, but it looks like this trap was made so if you try to sneak into his place, it would teleport you into the guard tower with a bunch of bells on you.
Right, so there must have been something important about this particular watchtower.
Let's,
It's not normal to do this, right?
Orally, you're kind of forest-oriented. Could you look at those beetles and see if there's something that we might have missed?
Sure.
What normally triggers that teleportation trap? Like stepping on?
Arcana check.
Okay.
You tapped on the floor, and it teleported your stick away. So.
I'm looking at beetles.
You're looking at the lamps?
14 for the Arcana.
Yeah, you step the wrong place, or don't say the deactivation phrase, and anyone who steps there gets teleported probably several feet off the floor, so they have a nasty drop, probably not lethal, and it adds a chain with bells on it to you so that you get dropped to the floor, make a bunch of noise, and the guards are there.
Is it like an area of effect, though, or is it like just a tile, like an object that it enchants?
It's probably a section of floor.
Section of floor, okay. So we can't, like, sneak past it.
And it probably would have to have runes on it.
So maybe we should pull up
runes on
the
it.
carpet?
I go back?
Well, there's carpet covering the floor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's take the carpet off. Good idea.
Roll it up.
Can you pull the carpet towards us? Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
No problem.
Not me. We're our first adventurer.
In that, I am a child.
Sure thing. Here we go.
We can all help, right? So we'll just all pull on.
18.
You pull back the carpet. I
got a 19.
Overshadowed by my friend. You're so passionate.
Out of the way.
You're so passionate.
And you see a tile with very clear runes on it.
Okay, so maybe what if you throw something over there again to the side and see if you miss it, if it disappears? What are the parameters?
Or that tile to the left of it. Could you tap there? Either one.
I don't know the length of this hallway. I assume that's beyond 10 feet. I don't know.
You can tap.
And I'll try. I can tap there as well. I'll tap there as well.
Doesn't disappear in your hand.
Oh, thank God I don't have to go back out.
All right, so I guess now we could throw you over there.
I'm not getting thrown over there. No.
Let me grab him.
What? Is somebody trying to grab me?
Okay. That'll be a grapple. 19.
Oh, you're actually grappling me to grab me?
Well, I got to make sure to throw you as far as I possibly can.
I'm gonna dodge. Can I dodge?
Certainly.
if he's trying to dodge, I'll let him win.
Okay.
He's so adroit. He's so adroit.
Throw him?
No, you were going to throw me.
One does not throw archaeologists, Kristen. Okay.
I'm an distinguished man, educated man. You can't just throw me across a hallway.
Oh, could you do like a running pole vault and get on the left-hand side there?
You know, you could probably throw me. I bet I'd land on my feet.
All right, Orly, get up here.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Let's make this happen. Go, Orly, go!
If someone gives me a boost, I will like, I'd like to do an acrobatics check. So
Okay.
with help from Tristan, try to leap wherever. Like if Tristan sort of throws me, and I'll do an acrobatics to sort of land on my feet, not in the trap.
I can
You got
give
it.
you bardic inspiration. You get +1d6.
Oh, actually, I can bless every.
Anna.
Mhm.
I will give her an automatic 6 if you give me a really nice, corny, punny song that will help her. Name a modern song that you would sing to inspire her to make this leap. Your corniest, punniest, what?
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Please do not try to do a somersault. Just stick the landing, Orly.
Ooh, okay. That's what bards do. Thank you. So, again, role-playing opportunities never missed. So, Orly, you get to add 6 to that.
All right, so that's a 26 then.
So choose where you land within vision, not on... You would have to land really just one place.
Zoop.
Just like
There.
right there. Yeah.
Okay, when you land there, more torches light up.
Ooh. What do? Can I see farther? Is it just more light here, or I can see farther down?
A voice, a very soothing woman's voice says, "Welcome home, Alphadale."
Alphadale.
And
All right.
And a fireplace lights at the end of the room. And there is a table.
Well, this is so cozy, y'all. Got to get over here.
And under the table is a very poorly drawn manticore rug.
So that's where the ball sack came from.
He used the whole thing. Very responsible.
There are platters and bowls and a comfortable looking chair at one end of the table, and some other like a benches underneath the table. And as you're there, you hear water like noises and these weird like fire type noises, and the bowls and the plates fill up with food.
Oh boy, more food.
I am going to jump across and do an acrobatics check to land in the spot.
Okay.
Okay. 16 plus 4, so unnatural 20.
Hey, you stick the landing.
Cool.
All right. Who's next? Preston?
Do we have to do this? Let's get over this.
Or Bandamar? You got to jump, or I can throw you.
Thrown.
Oh,
Or, what if you laid the 10-foot pole across the pit trap and use it and like walk on it?
it'll
to the whole
touch the
roof?
teleportation part, right? I think it'll touch the teleportation part.
We'll just use the left-hand side.
Make an intelligence check, Preston.
Yeah. 17.
There's some pieces of wood back upstairs that would probably lay right across there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go grab those.
You grab a board and put it across the pit trap, and you can walk across the board.
Okay.
That's not nearly as
How can I
fun.
help with that?
Hey, sometimes that's what intelligence checks are for. Okay, guys?
Not having fun?
No, I just, he rolled a 19.
How about it?
Look, I don't have these rolling skills, okay? These jumping skills.
Very low to the ground.
I have pretty good acrobatics, so I was
Pretty
glad for
trippy.
the opportunity to show off.
I'm going to leap across before that board gets here. Non-natural 20. Bloop.
Okay.
But I'll stick around over here in case something bad happens.
Okay, so fairly traditional dwarven fare is appearing in the bowls and on the plates and in the jug. You hear this burbling noise, and you hear this, you see this little swirling wind around this copper square sort of jug. And so there's some cool dwarven beer in this sort of tall pitcher, and there's fairly straightforward dwarven food that has appeared on the platters and plates, and there's a nice fire going.
Gosh, one of us really needs to get detect magic so we can make sure this isn't
Now I pick up the beer and I try it, drink it, see if it's any good.
You've had dwarven beer before, and that is, that's it. It's pretty good.
This is quality dwarven beer right here.
Alright, I'm gonna take the fanciest cup and pour myself some beer.
Nice square dwarven beer mug, and it's stellar temperature, cool dwarven beer. Pretty good.
I will also take a mug, and I will enjoy it and put it in my bag.
Murder hobo.
Well, I was thinking more of like a, trophy.
Kill them and take their stuff.
Well, I don't have a scrotum I can show everybody and say I found this.
Shout from the mules.
Is anybody
Fill those
home?
up. Can ferry beer back and forth. Is there anything else in this room, like a way out of
Certainly.
this room, or is it just?
There's stuff on the walls.
There is.
There's some ornate masks are hanging on the walls. One, it looks like a baby's face flanked by wings. Then there's sort of a scowling man's face. These seem to be like human masks. Not masks of humans or made from humans, but masks for humans. And there's birds and animals.
I'm really
pretty
glad you
ornate.
clarified that, Lance, because my first thought was not.
I know. I'm sorry. We've done some body horror games. So when I say human mask, I think I need to say that it's not hello Clarice, human mask. It's not that. No, these are like overly ornate human party masks.
Yeah.
Beautiful women, scowling guys with beards, birds and animal masks, and baby faces with like wings masks. And there's some very, very old looking classic short swords. One short sword hanging on the wall, and then a nice oil painting of a step pyramid jutting out of a desert.
Hmm.
Wait, can you say that again?
There's an oil painting signed Armelon, which is the wizard you found his body, and he apparently painted this. And the sun is rising in the desert scene with some distinct mountains in the background, and there is a step pyramid coming out of the sand. Does anyone want to do a history or survival check to identify the landscape? Because it's pretty prominent mountains.
Do the history check.
Ben, Nor, are you from the north?
14. Wait, was that my roll? Yes, it was.
You think those might be the Cloud Top mountain range viewed from the extreme west in the desert. So if you were way to the west, looking east, the sun would rise behind those very large mountains in the Cloud Top Skyfall Mountains. And that's the way it would look from very, very far west, as best you could figure.
Relay that to whoever.
This guy's, at some point apparently, was in the very far western deserts.
And I use perception on the masks to look at them closer.
Very, very well made. They seem to be pretty old. They've been repaired a lot, it seems. They don't seem to be theatrical masks. They the way the padding is and stuff like that. Each one is made to a person's face. I don't know. You get the impression that they're more ceremonial or party type masks, not theatrical masks.
Okay.
And they're very old stuff, very classic looking.
Are they perhaps funerary masks?
No, they have eye holes, and you're able to. They're obviously designed so that you can eat and drink while wearing the mask.
Okay.
Orly,
That's cool.
is a short sword still a monk weapon?
Yes, it is.
Do you want to go and have a look at that thing?
I mean, I don't use blades.
My bad.
You see this stick? I can hit this stick. This stick does me just fine.
Oh, that's a real sword, I'm sorry? Yeah?
Yeah, so if you want to do your history check on the sword?
Sure. Oh, very good. 6.
The pointy end is that's not what you hold. You actually hold the blunt end.
Well, that's
Pointy end goes that way.
Here, I'll walk over and Preston, I can show you how to use it. Do you want?
I'll just be staring at the haft to be sure. It's just I don't know how it.
If I pick it up, is it just a normal short sword as far as I can tell? I have no magic.
It's a lot lighter and well balanced than you thought it was.
I mean, it's real nice and all, but I really like my stick, so.
And there's writing on it.
Well, here, I can read Dwarvish. I'll take it if nobody's super necessary for it.
It's not squared off on the end. It is clearly not a dwarven sword.
This is not a dwarven sword.
Can anyone? I'll show it around. Does anybody here recognize the language of the writing?
I need a history check.
Is it in Elven? I don't have history. I could just roll a base intelligence, right?
Yeah, do we need proficiency to do that?
Got me a 9. That's a sword. People use them all the time.
It's a sword, and it's very pretty.
It's not. What languages do you guys know in the group?
Elven and
Gnomish,
Common.
Goblin, nothing.
No,
Okay.
Celestial,
Dwarven.
Under.
Common, and Abyssal.
It is none of those. It is none of those languages. It does seem to be a human language, though. So can we get a decent history check from somebody? Does anyone have proficient in history?
I do, but I already rolled and I got a 4. You want me to roll again?
I'll let you scratch your head about it and sit there for a while.
Otherwise, I'll roll it up in the other carpet and put it in my bag. Hey.
15?
Yeah.
I just rolled a 20.
There you go. Tell us
Also
about it.
proficient.
Okay. So you're trying to read it, and you're haltingly hooked on phonics, sort of trying to read it. and then Baltimore looks over your shoulder, and he just says, "May you find glory and your way home."
That sounds right up my alley.
Does that mean glory is the
Whatever that
word
means.
to get into this place?
Glory and
you
your
say
way
the
home.
word, and when Vladimir says that old human common version of the word home, the sword glows faintly and is pulled drastically over to the left.
Ooh. The left. Where I am?
Follow that light.
The sword takes it back to the scabbard over on the wall, I think. So you can find your way home.
It points west for, I don't know, like a 4 count, and then stops.
Hey, isn't this whole bandwagon going east?
We are. But maybe we're eastern still from the
Like, are they trying to scare us off? Like, am I misinterpreting that?
I think this is pre them. This particular building.
So, what else is on the wall are some portraits of some dwarves and humans and halflings, and it says their names and stuff, and like dear friend and stuff like that. You get the impression that these are people that he adventured with that are dead.
This was his house then, yeah?
Yes.
Is there more rooms than just the one we're in?
I feel like there's something over. Is this like a fireplace I'm standing by?
Well, here I'll perceive the room, and I get a 19. Does anybody want that weapon, by the way?
Just try casting Flint in the fireplace.
No, it's really simple. You guys walk over to the fireplace, and the fireplace doesn't put out any heat. It looks like a fire, though.
Let's touch it.
We go
Someone
through.
should walk through it.
I have,
So you're
radiant stuff.
okay. So let's just right here. So. You walk into a very cozy library.
Well, let's see if I can read some of these books and check it out.
Ooh, yeah, books. Yeah.
Books are awesome.
So I don't currently have, much put in my intelligence skills. Can I perhaps, instead of doing, intelligence rolls sometimes, do, a performance roll, maybe at disadvantage if you think that makes it fair, to, see if I remember anything from the songs that I know?
That would be fine. I if you want to revamp your whole character, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you history at disadvantage based upon folklore that you know from songs.
Okay.
All right.
I might revamp the character over the week, but.
But it's all about sticking to your concept and having fun, and
Yeah.
everyone has sort of a place. We have an archaeologist, for Pete's sake. So, who
A
can't
mini indie.
Yeah, we have a little tiny Indiana Jones. Yes, we do. We need to get a widow boulder to roll down a widow hallway.
So I'll go through the books, roll
Make an initiative check, Preston.
Oh, an initiative check to walk in?
No, you go to grab a book and it bites you.
No. I hate it.
Preston goes to take a book. He looks on the spine and it says ferocious animals. And he goes to get the book, and the book leaps off the shelf and has teeth, and it bites him.
Shit.
I'm going to instantly cast Sacred Flame when I see that happen. Be like, no, bad book.
Roll a natural 20.
Hoot!
So
But that was my initiative, so I guess, yeah, just go first.
you go first. What are you doing? The book swirls around, and the binding of the book has teeth, and it's trying to bite you.
I'm going to move away from it.
Okay. Yes. Guardian spirit.
Exactly.
The book tries to bite you.
Run down a little hallway.
If it's persisting to continue starting to bite me, I'm going to fucking run.
Oh, why didn't I do that right? Oh, it's exclamation first.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're bit.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
You've got a ferocious book on your forearm. Run, run.
I mean,
You take
Andrew,
3.
you're right next to him, so maybe.
You take 3 points of damage. You have a vicious book gnawing away on your arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Sacred Flame. Like, I see this happening. Like I've seen it before. Sacred Flame, instantly.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Luigi's in the library, man.
So you must make a dexterity saving throw.
The book.
Let's see.
The book does not have dexterity. So what happens?
Do I have to roll dexterity?
No. The book does not have dexterity.
Yeah.
What happens?
Full damage.
It's 1d8 damage, radiant damage.
Okay, it's not fire. It's radiant.
The radiant target gains no benefit from cover.
Okay.
I guess the Preston would be its cover.
You're immolating a little person.
So how much damage you do? Okay, so this holy light shoots out of your hand and just incinerates the book, and it makes a horrible, lonesome screaming noise as it like gets turned into ashes.
You burnt the book?
It was full of ideas. You can't give those to people.
Not a bad book. I don't believe in bad books, only mean books.
The hell is wrong with you?
Meanwhile, Preston has 2 or 3 pretty good puncture wounds on his forearm. Okay.
No first aid.
Yeah, I'm looking if I have it. I don't think I do. I don't have a kit. Yeah, no. Have the kit.
Only 3 damage? Like, I mean, I can heal you, but
No.
I can heal you for...
I'm gonna cast False Life on myself.
Okay. What does that do?
It adds temporary hit points.
Oh. What genre of spell is that? Is that necromancy?
That is necromancy, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you a necromancer?
No.
Orally, you're very connected with like life force and stuff like that. And you hear Preston whisper, "Anu Nathrak, Isoyenve," and you're like, "That's not right." That was not the good stuff, Orly, that Preston just used. I had a bad feeling about that. You know what it was, Bandamore, and you don't care, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
May or may not have been sacred.
You're like, yeah, that was definitely not the good stuff, but you don't care.
Is the small child archaeologist secretly a bad guy?
No. No. Of course not.
Necromancy, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Just another school of magic. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair.
Going on about.
Yeah,
8 hit points. So I got 8 hit points added on to my existing hit points.
Okay. So yeah, there's all kinds of
damaged, I guess, but maybe it's, I don't know how that works.
Is anyone going to try to look at any more books in here?
Yeah, I mean, let's look and see what they are.
So
I would also like to look at the spines first, and if it looks safe, I'll take a closer look.
You see a book that says Great Oceans of the World.
Don't open that book. We don't need any water in here.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
I'm gonna roll.
I didn't know there were more than one.
Where are you, Benjamin?
He's the axe. I'm still up on the north side. I just took the thing off Preston. I'm between him and Tristan.
Okay, so you're taking Great Oceans of the World off the shelf and opening it up.
Oh God, don't do that.
Okay. A great big torrent of water comes out of the book. You want to make a dexterity check right now?
Check or save?
All of
A
it?
save. Sorry.
Yeah, we all take that or just him?
Natural 20. Nice.
You're able to slam the book. You're soaked,
Actually,
but you're able.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you were soaked, but you're able to slam the book shut.
Take that with us. Put it in your bag.
There are 2 or 3 small fish flopping around on the floor at your feet.
Hot dog, we're going to have food
don't
tonight.
Open the books.
Yeah, guys, don't open anything else, but I am going to take a crossbow bolt and skewer those 3 fish for your supper later.
Okay.
What? So we haven't found a place where he's sleeping yet. So let's just look and see if there's any clues on these books.
I'm gonna roll my performance at disadvantage just to see if any of the titles on the books, like in the corner where I am, catch my eye.
You do see that the books tend to have there's a sort of a genre of book. You think maybe he made the books because they're all sort of the same. That say stuff like Maelstrom and Forest Fire and Oceans of the World and Dark as Night. Sort of like effects. Like the books are like
they're like spell books.
The
like
names
scrolls.
The names of the books are these. But then you do see that some of the books are written in Dwarven, and Tristan can tell you that some of them seem to be journals on one particular shelf where you're looking. So these very, very organized journals.
Can I use Mage Hand to pick up one of the journals?
Yeah. It's a Dwarven book, though it's square. And it has the case goes all the way around. The binding has a case that goes all the way around the edge. And there's like a lock and lock on the book. And it doesn't seem to have a key. So you would assume it is some kind of, they're wizards. It's probably some kind of command word magical lock.
Okay. Is there anything on the cover or the binding that, like a title or anything I can read, or any sort of symbol that might tip me off?
Sure. It says Volume 6, The Lost City and the Road Home, or The Lonely Road Home.
Huh. Okay. Hey guys, look at these journals. They seem to be less dangerous, perhaps, than the effect books.
And that's why they're locked.
Yeah,
Perhaps we should take them out in sunlight before we open them.
Like, try to skim through them.
We gotta be able to open them.
Yeah, can I open them?
No.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, take a look at it. 16? 16?
You check out the lock on the book, Brandamore, and it is magical. So there's no mechanical thing to defeat. You just try to use...
That wasn't me, that was Preston.
Right. Preston uses a couple of obvious magical terms and use the term open, and it opens.
Are they all locked or just?
Each volume has a little locked cover on it. And he seemed to have been a very well-off wizard, because he was basically writing in journals that were made to the same specs as a spell book. So they're very high-quality journals.
Can I skim these books and try to find anything particular about this house?
Do you read Dwarven?
I do.
No, I don't. Somebody read Dwarven here.
I do.
You want
Would be so much more practical.
What's that? Oh, yes. Let's look and see what's what.
You versed in history at all?
No.
I have some
What would it
history.
be? Wait, no, hold on. It wouldn't be history. What would it be to read the book for, like,
Arcana.
knowledge about this location?
Yeah, unfortunately, they only give you a history student. They don't break down area knowledges and things like that.
I want to see if he
If it has
mentioned
anything
this
to do
house.
with religion, I have high religion.
You could make a religion, but you have to speak Dwarven to do it.
How about I've got a 16 investigation. Oh.
I'm saying if he writes about his actual house, like this place, at all, because maybe that'll give us some clues as to how big this is, how many rooms it is.
I've rolled a
study or something. I don't know.
Or if he draws
Investigation sounds right. Yeah.
I rolled a 16 investigation.
The titles
Oh.
make sense put together.
Yeah, you set the books out, and Preston reads you the titles, and apparently he apprenticed with a wizard in the Grey Tower and adventured a bunch of different places, and then apparently got into some parties, and apparently lost 2 or 3 times, lost most of his adventuring party, and eventually apparently his last adventure was a step pyramid of some kind over in the west, out in the desert, and he made it out of there alive, and basically quit, and joined this city-state or something, and they let him build his retirement home, I guess, underneath this guard tower. That's the basic gist you get from looking at the titles and everything.
Well, if he's got friends or people that knew him in the Grey Tower, that might be something we could stop and let them know if we travel that way. looking at the map, the Gray Tower is on this new road, but north of Pazak Sidorak and the Horse Clans. So if we head over that way, we could check it out. No pressure.
So apparently this guy was Amaland. Of the Sharp Picks.
Oh, so he's of the Sharp Pick clan. Well, they're actually even north of the Gray Tower.
Yeah. There aren't a lot of Dwarven wizards, so I'm sure someone would remember.
All right, well, we've got some stuff that we can do. Here's this.
Definitely have like a bedroom and stuff in it. It's definitely his house.
Yeah.
Let's look around for secret doors.
Perception check.
All right, I got a 4. I think there's one here. Let's open as many books as possible.
No. I got 15 plus 3, so an 18.
Got a 19.
Right. So you guys go to this corner and underneath through this bookcase right here. These bookcases actually open up like double doors. They swing in, and there's a ridiculously, 4-poster bed with the curtains around it. And a chest of drawers.
Now, orally, I know what you're thinking because I'm right there with you. Steal everything. But I think we should kind of hold off. I think we should hold off just for a minute. Preston, go jump on the bed.
Swanky.
Up and down.
Right here. Right here, the two fist things there are two dwarfs made out of iron.
Ooh.
And one is holding a tray, and the other one has, you think, some sort of cloth over its arm. It might be holding a blanket or a pair of trousers or something over its arm.
Are they life size?
Yep, life-size dwarfs made out of iron.
I think I read about this in the Electric
This
Dwarf
door
Mother.
is not actually there anymore.
It's the
From the
bookcase.
door earlier.
You push on two of the bookcases, and they're basically attached to double doors. So you
Can I climb onto the tray?
Sure.
But in the outer door of the tower that's laying down in the middle of the room.
It's in the ceiling.
That's above you.
Not.
That's above you on the ground.
Okay. And the one next to Orly has the tray. The one in front of me has something under a towel.
It's like holding a pair of pants, maybe, or a blanket over its forearm. And its other hand, it's holding its other hand up, and it's definitely a pair of slippers.
Ooh. Okay. Hello? Wake up! Is anybody there? It's morning time, even though you're underground.
There's a creaky, rusty noise, and it turns to look at you, but it doesn't do anything.
What are some command words in Dwarven? Do you know?
I don't know any Dwarven.
I know I know some that have to do with, I'm not going to say the word, but when more than one person punches another. Those words too, I know plenty of those.
I didn't quite hear what you said.
You walk up and just
good.
lightly... What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I want to just lightly touch the slippers and cast light.
Okay.
Oh, my shield.
Okay.
Just see what happens.
The slippers light up?
I know the Dwarven word for to serve. Maybe we could say something like serve us.
Guess I'll come around to the head of the bed, and do I see anything in the bed?
Square pillows, square sheets. It's a square bed. Looks pretty comfortable. Waiting for a Dwarven bed.
Now, here's what I suggest. Without even checking, just shove your hand right in the chamber pot and see if there's anything in there.
Like, grab the shoulder and jostle the bed, be like, is anybody there?
Nothing happened?
We already found the Dwarven wizard's body. We think.
Yeah, hey, you should probably open up that ball sack you found.
Yeah, air it out a little. Just kind of move it around. Get some air in there.
I really think we should detect magic on it first, or maybe somebody else want to open it? How that?
I don't touch.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Sort of.
All right, Bandamore, here you go.
Are you opening it? Are you opening it?
Yeah, in the library.
Yeah, it's got some platinum and gold coins in it. You aren't familiar with what the stamps are on the coins. They look pretty old.
I will keep the coins and give Preston his ball sack back.
Hey, you gotta split those up. The child.
Yeah, I'll share it for everybody. Like Preston said, when we get outside, we'll split everything up, even Stevens.
No, we're gonna do it now.
Okay, fine. I don't know what the denominations are, but I it's evenly with everybody.
Wait, are you guys, is somebody in the bedroom and we're in the library still?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do we get to the bedroom?
Walk over here.
Just move your little things.
Oh shit, sorry, I'm not looking at that.
So there are these two bronze statues, and then there's the bed.
Well, they look like iron statues, except they don't have a base to them. They're standing on regular, like, iron feet on the carpet.
I can't seem to grab that book token.
So I wanted to climb on top of that tray and just like, is this just a solid chunk of iron? Like I'm just sort of like touching around, feeling around the head, and more secret traps, doors.
The head of the iron dwarf thing turns to look at you.
Oh, hello there.
In Dwarven, Preston, you hear that one of these iron things say, "May I help you?"
I don't know Dwarven.
I do.
So he hears,
So do we want to say anything to this besides service or come with us or anything?
Would it have a name?
Yes, ask it its name.
how do you delete this thing?
How shall we address you?
Put it in the yellow box. And forget about it.
One of the iron servants reaches up and touches his chest and says, I am Borka, and that is Horka.
Pleased to meet you, Borka and Horka. You've been doing a wonderful job. Everything here looks beautiful and wonderful. Thank you.
Ask them what they're supposed to be doing if their master, theoretically, is dead.
Borka and Horka, while your master is traveling...
In common?
I'll say it in Dwarven. While your master is traveling, how long will you continue to stay and serve here? Until the master returns.
You know that look Benji does when Benji just turns his head?
Yes.
Looks at you in the movie. You don't see a lot of intellect there.
Very good. We hunger. Can you feed us?
Can we try to move these things physically?
One of them takes a step forward and motions and says, food is being served in the dining room.
All right.
Okay. Can you help us?
What assistance do you require? I assume you're translating through Preston.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Tristan, this is good.
I'm hungry. I'm going back out of the dining room.
Can you tell us about this place?
Horka rattles off about him and Borka were constructed by his master, and that they constructed and dug this place out, and the year, which is like a Dwarven year, but you translate it, it was about 218 years ago.
Okay. And what have you been doing for the last 218 years?
We have been following our last order, which is to keep things tidy and stay quiet.
You've done an excellent job.
Ooh, why did you have to stay quiet?
I don't know.
Did you...
Who was your master?
Ameland of the Sharp Picks.
Where is he?
He is away. He is an adventurer. He will return.
Fighting against the Witch Kings?
How long ago was the last time you talked to Master?
They look at each other and go, 108 years ago?
Okay.
Was he a noble master?
Benji, look.
Well, I assume that we don't need them to come with us.
Well, how would we become their master?
Borka says, are you guests?
Yes.
We're guests.
Yes, we are.
Ah.
And we will not be here for long.
Well, we might.
If we needed you, would you come with us? Or should you stay?
Does anybody in the party have an evil alignment?
No.
No. I'm chaotic neutral.
Alright, so no one has an outright evil alignment.
Not at this time.
Make an Arcana check, Preston. Yeah, you get sort of a tingly feeling from Borka. You think that they've just done no alignment or detect alignment on you guys?
Mm-hmm.
When you asked about guests? No.
Oh. So, wait, we noticed they did detect alignment on us, or that
Oh, yeah. Yep. definitely.
And they're disappointed?
No, you mean they aren't attacking you. You're not evil.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't get the evil, so.
Well, I didn't know if they were evil. Oh.
Well, the beer was very good, so obviously they're not evil.
That's how they get you.
All right, well, we're probably going to be going very soon. You're doing an excellent job here. Please continue to keep things tidy and stay quiet. Your master's very wise.
Tristan, did we ask them if there are any secret rooms, doors in here?
Are there any extra rooms besides the entryway, the dining room, the library, and this bedroom? We'd love to see how clean you're keeping things.
I'm sorry, but our master has instructed us not to give intimate details of the abode to guests.
I understand exactly how that would be. If it was me, I wouldn't say anything. Which rooms are you not supposed to tell us about?
The other rooms.
I understand.
Right, I start going to the wall, knocking on the walls, looking for a hollow place, poking around.
Well, thank you very much. I think we're going to probably go back into one of the other rooms currently.
Would these things really, fuck us up if they attacked us? Do they...
Make an Arcana check.
Yes.
What?
It's a check.
A check. Arcana, sorry.
Yes. They're made out of
iron
metal.
Golems?
Oh, they're okay.
They're made of metal. They're dwarves. They don't need to sleep or get tired or eat. They're just doing a great job, and we're gonna not try to do things they don't want us to do.
Yeah, exactly.
We should respect our new friends.
That's right.
And maybe in return, they could tidy up the rest of the tower.
I'm sure they'd love to do that. Their master would appreciate it when he comes home.
Okay. On that note, because we can't get involved in another huge, important thing, we're going to have to wrap it up tonight.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
I shouldn't taunt the iron golems at 9:30.
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything.
We do not need to fight 2 iron golems. What's an iron golem got? Like 100 and some hit
There are
points?
more secret doors. We have to find all the
We got more doors.
Yeah, there's a lot more in here. But now we can't steal in front of these guys, so...
That would not be the right thing to do. Oh, there's a cat. Meg, are you checking that out?
So, do you guys... That was pretty good. I mean, I took a long time to write that, but thanks.
That was really good.
That was awesome. Some good exploration, a little bit of fighting, bunch of role playing.
Glad to involved again.
Thank you for coming, Brad, for sure.
Aren't you glad you didn't pick up and open up the book labeled Snakes?
Holy Christ.
Oh, God, yes.
I'm sick and tired of all these snakes in a cave.
I probably would have opened that one, too.
I have a whole table of fun titles, and I rolled it up, but you rolled the water one, so that's okay. But getting sprayed in the face with a fire hose of various snakes is also pretty fun, too.
Yeah. So, Brad...
I'm looking forward to those fish for dinner.
Exactly. Mackerel. People going, how the hell did you get a mackerel way out here? We're like 1,000 miles away from the nearest ocean. Yeah.
Fresh seafood.
Should read books.
Yeah, that's right. Read books. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Zilgo.
Yes.
Well, Brad, we haven't seen you in a while. What are you doing these days?
Next week?
Yes, Thursday.
we're doing Thursday? What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Wednesday. I don't know. I've
Next week?
Yeah.
yes.
Tyler, stop confusing everybody.
I'm a blonde. Give me a break.
Oh, look at the little kitten. Oh, it's adorable.
Brand new kitten.
That's Minerva.
Oh. That's the best kind of cat. Somebody else's cat. You just go, would you.
Watch out, kitty. There are bad men here.
She hears you.
Would you. Oh.
Oh my god, so cute! That's adorable.
Pretty lady.
Adorable cat. Yeah. You know what's better than having a cat?
Having
Not-
two cats.
Not getting up in the middle of the night to take a leak and stepping in a cold hairball.
No, our cat.
That's what's
was booby
there.
trapped. She will leave her water bowl in a reasonable spot in the hallway, and then she'll bat it across the floor all night until it's right in the middle of where we need to be.
It's because they love you. That's what it is.
They just want attention.
Uh-huh. That's their way of saying, see this shit? That's what I think of you. Ha 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 ha. They swatted across the room.
They're not. You don't really own a cat.
I think she's just really anxious where she needs to have every viewpoint while she's drinking. So she moves the water to the most, viewable position in the
She also
house.
likes to see it splash in the bowl.
Yeah, she needs to make sure it doesn't hit her face, even though it hits her face anyway.
Cute
So
cat.
it's a whole very long ritual, and it does it quite a bit, actually.
And that's just our cat in a nutshell.
Right. Well, okay. There's more cool stuff. Real more cool stuff. We just don't want to get into something we can't finish tonight. So we're gonna cut off there. But let me know what you guys want to do in the meantime. Whether you want to stay in here or go back and take a break in the camp and come back or whatever. Let me know. Any feedback or whatever. And so what happened tonight is you went to the tent. You got to sing. You met Caladaan. One of the lieutenants of the evil bad guys came to try to talk sense to Agatha, and Agatha said, piss off. And as the army moves forward, you have Sturgis now, some Goblin Arrow harassment now, so now you got to be more of an army camp as you go forward. And then you guys explored the part of the tower.
Okay.
And
And I have a date with Caladaan.
yes.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
You have a day with him? Yes. If he remembers. Just saying.
Oh, he'll
but,
remember.
He'll remember. He's blackout.
I am going
Blackout.
to remind him. I said I'd keep him to it.
Wormwood.
Remember, blackout is when your mind says, I'm going to sleep, and your body says, let's rock. That's what
I
blackout
know, but I told him I was going to keep him to it.
Okay. So, and then there's all the journals and all the weird places that dwarf went that maybe you guys want to go. I don't know. But it's not railroaded. So just have to talk about it amongst yourselves and go where you want to go. You're not going to offend me. It's okay. You might die.
We're going to stay in this room forever.
That's right.
This is only
12 sessions of just this
read
room.
all the books, gal.
Us fucking with the iron gallons.
Yes.
Reading all the books.
I wonder if the
one by
books
one.
use
Itemizing it.
More snakes.
More
this
snakes.
one's fire snakes. Okay.
The one
I
that
did-
says money.
I did
There's
kill a
one that
character.
says money. I'm opening that.
I did kill a character with the book that said snakes, and he opened the book, and a D6 pit vipers come out of the book,
Oh gosh.
and he died. Yeah, but that was after someone had opened up. I always try to scale the books, Maelstrom and Water first, and then if you're stupid enough, I roll off the second table.
Cut it out, table.
Yeah. And I almost killed the character with the centipedes right in the beginning. The giant centipedes and the smaller centipedes.
They got poisoned. Bad news.
You're a wizard, man, with no con.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Doesn't take
but
much.
all right, I have some more stuff. Feedback, whatever you guys want to send me, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thanks, man. This was awesome.
Thank you, Lance. Thanks, all.
And just in passing, Anna, if you don't show up next week, you die. That's all. So
That's the rule.
Okay.
Always the same, no matter the game.
Penalty for not showing up is that you don't level.
Absence equals death. That's right.
Pun damage equals life. That's what you need to go at.
Oh, somebody needs to tell her offline about pun damage. I don't want to run it.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Good night.